That's right, I am done with the, Destiny Mold Complex. That's a new one. Destiny's made a horrible mess. Let's see how this turns out. What's happened now? There's something new? Oh, the Nick Fuentes news, yeah. Yeah. I mean, who could have seen that coming, right? He's stupid. He's actually just stupid. He's insulated from the consequences of being stupid, so he doesn't feel like he's stupid, but he's a very stupid man. There's a lot like him. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Honestly, Kanye letting everyone know that Trump thinks Fuentes is a great guy might be the best thing to come out of this. It depends. It depends if we are still in a place where that gets the condemnation it once did. I mean, sure it does from us, but I think one thing people have to come to terms with is the fact that it's not just politicians who are corrupt anymore. Here we are. Trump 2024? I'm not sure if I'd count on that. It's hard to predict. I don't think anybody really predicted the Democrat victory that was the last midterm election. Or not the midterm election, the last it was the midterm, yeah. But that's the thing. Confidence in victory can affect whether or not victory is possible, especially here. People being afraid of the inevitability of a loss, that can trigger a whole lot of people to suddenly become really politically active, and that can precipitate like massive gains. That may actually be the most positive thing. Like, the terror that the political right is instilling in the broader population right now about the removal of their rights and the dehumanization of whole categories of people, that's going to awaken a lot more people than there were before. Maybe. Destiny's gonna burn the Abba Bridge next, I bet. Think so? What would the reason be? We need to all start saying Trump is inevitable. We said he'd never win last time, and that got him steam. I don't think that got him steam. I think what got him steam was the successful fear campaign against Clinton and the part of the political population that she represented in the imaginations of a very large part of not just Americans, but North America and the UK even. To my knowledge, exit polls showed that the primary concerns of Democrat voters was Roe v. Wade and democracy. I mean, maybe. The problem is, like, packed into what a person, even single issue voters, like, when they cite that issue, there's a whole question of, like, Okay. So that's the issue that turned you, or is that the issue that, you know, that is your alibi or your excuse? Like, what actually triggered you to make this decision as opposed to something else once put to paper? I'm more interested in the question that makes people even go out to vote in the first place. So Roe v. Wade's a big one, because that's a direct threat to your autonomy. Even just as an option, even for people who are never going to make use of it. ABBA's pretty permissive of anti-Semitism, and Destiny's best friend is Jewish and doesn't like ABBA. Yeah, well, that didn't stop him with Mr. Girl, did it? Still a better love story than Twilight. Oh, so much spam on Twitter recently. Okay. We should get to work at some point. Not just browse the internet and chat at chat. That's your job. Are we getting a token Trump supporter viewer? Let them stay if they behave. If they behave. We have a zero tolerance policy on things which our mods are aware. Alright, well, we got a couple things to go through. I don't know if we'll go through them all, but we will go through some. We'll do this one first. This is short.
A trait that is both.
Not yet. Not yet, Habibi. Hang on, let's see here. Boom. So Caspian Report has a very, very strangely titled video. Why Russia Cannot Become a Democracy. It's a very, very strange title for a number of reasons. Among others, Russia had a different name until fairly recently. Does anybody know what it is? This is a tricky one. What's the old name of Russia? No, Prussia's Germany. Soviet Union. You know what the Soviet Union is? Was, at least in theory. It was a union of Soviets. You know what a Soviet is? It's a democracy. There were problems, but there is nothing about Russia that makes it unable to become a democracy. There is, in fact, a very strong argument that Russia can only be a democracy. A horrendously corrupt one that is run by a mob. But in terms of its political form, in terms of its ideology, it's perfectly capable of being democratic. Has been for a very long time. In fact, it's almost impossible to talk about a contemporary state without implicating some kind of democratic presuppositions. Now, when we're talking about democracy in present day, we're not typically just talking about democracy as the underlying structure of the community. We're typically talking about how much decision-making power does the average citizen have in periodic plebiscites where you get to elect representative leaders. And that's not democracy, by the way, but that's typically what we're talking about. Okay. Soviet Union. I'm sorry, like it's just it's absurd on its face. So I'm a little bit perplexed just by the title. I actually haven't seen this at all, so maybe there's something to this. But this is the oh no. Oh no, I'm a little concerned here. So I'll tell you why I'm a little concerned. This is the description. Oh, why can't I make that bigger? That's frustrating. Hang on, let me see. If I... Scale filtering. Well, that should be fine. Okay, whatever. Anyways, you can probably see that. The story of how the hashtag Russian government evolved also explains why it cannot become a hashtag democratic state in its current territorial configuration. This last phrase here, its current territorial configuration, worries me tremendously about where this is going to go. I'm not seeing sources in the description. I don't know what that means. It's been a hot minute since I watched Caspian Report. But that doesn't bode well. Doesn't bode well for a couple of reasons Hawes from Infrared might be familiar with. But let's see. Let's give it a chance. Maybe they'll win us over. I've been surprised before.
Russia is defined by its geography.
Oh dear
Size
God, that's
is
loud.
its most distinctive trait, a trait that is both an advantage and a liability. Much of its territory is indefensible. There are no mountains, oceans, or deserts separating the Russian demographic core from its rivals. Sure, Russia has buffer spaces in all directions, but keeping a tab on a nation spanning 11 time zones and nearly 200 ethnic minorities requires more than just buffer space. Holding the Russian geography together from Kaliningrad to Vladivostok necessitates either wealth or force. But since the Russian economy has always been inadequate, force is the prevailing choice.
Okay, holding a state together involves either wealth or force. Profound.
By its very nature, the size of the Russian standing army and intelligence apparatus has to match the size of its territory. And this story of how the Russian government machinery evolved also explains why it cannot become a democratic state in its current territorial configuration. Despotism, it seems, is embedded into the Russian geography.
Oh no.
And it is the
Oh no. Oh, you can't be serious. They're going this... I knew it. Oh, for fuck's sake, I knew they were gonna do that. Just this territorial... Just right here, that line, it's territorial configuration, that gives the game away. Oh, this is gonna be so bad.
unforgiving power of geography that determines the character and virtues of a people, or lack thereof.
Oh my god, really? Just listen to this phrasing.
And it is the unforgiving power of geography that determines the character and virtues of a people, or lack thereof.
No. No, it's not. The character and... Oh my god. He can't be serious. Does he have a... He doesn't have a link to his sources. Oh, this is gonna be so bad.
Today's video is sponsored by
Shadowverse. Get off my screen.
incredibly
Oh my
free
God.
bonus
I mean, to its credit, they're pretty good graphics. I thought it was back to the footage.
Life was tough in the 14th century, especially in the proximity of Muscovy. There were only two items that were commercially viable for trade: slaves and fur. But the Mongol conquest of Kievan Rus cut Muscovy off from the Mediterranean slave market, leaving fur as the sole export commodity available. So, to dominate the fur trade, Muscovy expanded north. But these expansions were not hostile takeovers. Rather, the Muscovites lobbied their envoys into the courts of the neighboring provinces, forming coalition offices that were later diplomatically annexed. It was a soft power policy that took well over a century to take shape. Slowly but assuredly, the medieval cities of Pskov, Novgorod, Smolensk, Vyazma, Przhev, Mazaisk, Tver, Kolomna, Ryazan, Murom, Rostov, Vladimir, Yaroslavl, Nizhny Novgorod, Vologda, Galich, Vyatka, Ustyuk, and Solikamsk all fell in line.
Thank you for that. Did anybody remember any of those names? No? You just saw a weird, cool little map thing with a bunch of bleeding lines? Yes. Very cool lines. Thank you for that. You took up like 30 seconds of your video for that.
Maps, old and new alike, do this soft power expansion no justice, because the homogeneous colors imply a homogeneous domain, with standardized regulations.
What if Hiltus must watch this like porn?
But medieval kingdoms were more like conglomerates of diverse territories, and that's what Muscovy was. In 1480, after integrating the last nearby Slavic realms, Muscovy turned its focus on the fertile lands to the south, which was ruled by the Golden Horde. Fur was a valuable commodity.
Okay, we're 4 minutes in. He's going to tell us why Russia cannot... By the way, this is a very dangerous statement for a 1.24 million sub channel to be making without like very serious, theory and evidence backing it up. He's going to say why Russia cannot become a democracy in present day. We're 4 minutes in. Fur was a very valuable commodity. He's got less than 9 minutes to do this. Let's see.
But to grow in size and strength, to seal Muscovy as a powerhouse, agriculture was needed. Slavic farmers needed to settle in the fertile farmlands south of the Oka River. To accomplish that, Muscovy needed to oust the Golden Horde. After back-and-forth hostilities, the Golden Horde fell to infighting. Several new kingdoms emerged in its place, including Kazan, Astrakhan, Crimea, and Sibir. Muscovite envoys acted quickly and lobbied into the courts of the Tatar kingdoms. Over the next decades, the Muscovites gained influence within the Tatar courts. Muscovy slowly eroded their sovereign powers, appointed regents and magistrates, and chipped away at their strategic defenses, until finally deciding to abolish their self-rule and massacre the civilian populations. By conquering the Tatar kingdom of Kazan in 1552, Muscovy transformed into a fully...
North America was completely colonized and turned into a bunch of democratic states in a fraction of this time, by the way. And they had to cross an ocean.
...fledged empire.
And it was really bad, but they did it. I mean, like, over a territory comparably large.
Along with all its responsibilities. Kazan was situated near the confluence of the Volga and Kama rivers. So by controlling Kazan, Muscovy was able to expand down the Volga River towards the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, and up the Kama River...
This just sounds like the history of Europe. Almost across the board.
...to the Ural Mountains. However, as Muscovy transformed into Russia, the power of the monarchy was centralized. This came at a tremendous cost to the civilian population. To keep tabs on the nobility, Tsar...
You mean like in France and Germany?
Ivan the Terrible set up the Oprichnik in 1565. It was the first political police in Russian history. Ivan used the notorious Oprichnik to undermine the influence of the nobility and control the newly emerging trading routes going through Kazan. Anyone or any house that posed even a remote threat was eliminated swiftly and completely.
Okay, guys, look. Why Russia cannot become a democracy in its current territorial configuration. We are looking at a man in chainmail. He has less than 7 minutes left to make his case. Like... I used to endorse this channel. This is unreal.
The oprichnik was so competent in intimidating the populace that later Russian leaders kept employing it. And as Russia's economic center of gravity shifted south and east, the
What? No. Are you fucking serious? So he spends half the video. The 14th century was a very tough time. Fur was a valuable commodity. He's doing like detailed maps, listing all these names of places, all these little arrows. And they went there, and they went there, and they went there, and they made ham. It's like, and now all of a sudden, and then Russia's power shifted. And just a few hundred years go by, completely unremarked upon. What was the point to the first half of the video?
The political police, by then reformed and expanded, became indispensable in holding the empire together. From 1551 to
Okay, never mind.
1700,
We're back. Oh my god.
Russia grew
From 1550. Okay. What was the point to all that detail if you're just going to go, and then Russia grew from 1551 to. What was the point? What was the purpose of that?
by 35,000 square kilometers per year,
Okay, you're going to give us any detail on any of this?
or one Belgium a year. However, as Russia grew, it made new enemies on all fronts. To the west, there were the Swedes, the Poles, the Prussians, and the Germans, while to the south there were the Turks, the Tatars, the Cossacks, and the Caucasian tribes. Russia was extremely vulnerable to a coordinated
Also, why are they the Germans? Germany wasn't united by this point.
land invasion, especially since its territory was
I mean, I
mostly
guess, were they called Germans? I can't remember.
flat. What followed was a period of total war where Russia fought rival powers in multiple directions. It was either conquer or be conquered. And while Russia became more secure the bigger it got, an unexpected liability emerged. The new territories to the south and
Wait,
east
did it get more secure the bigger it got, or did it surround itself with enemies the bigger it got? Because the enemies are the things that make it insecure, right?
had widely different ethnic and religious populations who were not loyal to the Tsar, and rival powers repeatedly exploited the fealty of these minorities. So, to incorporate the new territories into the empire, the Russian leadership tried to remake the ethnic religious makeup of the regions through mass deportations, genocides, and assimilation programs. Yet, even so, Russia was unable to fully erase or pacify the indigenous populations. To mitigate the threat and enforce authority over the new territories, the Russians transformed the political police into a massive security network, giving it increasingly more abilities and responsibilities. Whether it was the Prikaz in the 17th century, the Akhrana in the 19th century, or the KGB in the 20th century, the intelligence network became an essential component that kept Russia cohesive. Crimes were committed in the name of empire. The only brief exception to Russia's history of oppression was in the 1990s.
This is idiotic. So yeah, an internal colonization project, and by internal it's really external because they were talking about expansion earlier. A colonization and imperial project requires force in order to maintain itself. That has no bearing whatsoever on whether once you already have a territory consolidated, whether that can become democratic. This is actually just meaningless. This is literally meaningless. This has no bearing on the question of whether Russia can function as a democracy in present day.
The last Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev and the first Russian president Boris Yeltsin led a process of democratization. The Kremlin relinquished its monopoly on political power, and individual Russians took control of their lives. But instead of liberation, a sense of loss came to define the national mindset. The chaotic transformation of the economy, going from a communist command economy to a capitalist free market, left large segments of the Russian population behind. Millions slid into poverty. The situation got so bad that in 1993, a coalition of nationalists and communists rebelled against economic reforms. A constitutional crisis emerged between the president and the parliament. To push his economic reforms, Yeltsin sought to dissolve the parliament.
This is a really ugly slide.
In response, the parliament declared Yeltsin's decision null and void and impeached him.
Okay, we're at Yeltsin now. You've got under 4 minutes. Why Russia cannot become a... Like, come on. This video either needed to be, like, an hour long or just much shorter. Like, Russia's run by a corrupt oligarchy. It can't be truly democratic. The end. Like, that... There you go. That's a video.
At the same time, the country's self-aware constituent provinces were increasingly pushing for greater sovereignty from the Kremlin. By then, Russia had a few dozen federal subjects, including republics, autonomies, and territories, each home to distinct ethnicities. In southern Russia, the tiny region of Chechnya proclaimed outright independence. Things were moving fast, too fast.
Yes, way too fast. You got exactly 3 minutes left, my friend, and... You're... What is this clown show? This is like an April Fool's joke.
Anxiety filled the halls of the Kremlin. Years earlier, the Soviet Union had disintegrated into 15 republics. Now it seemed that democracy, with its minority rights, was pushing Russia towards another disintegration.
Okay. Alright. So let me see if I get this straight. Let's see if I'm predicting this correctly. So, Russia cannot become a democracy because the unruly masses will not defer to overbearing unilateral centralized control what is the argument here?
No less than 21 republics, 4 autonomies, and 9 territories.
Yeah, do you know why it was called the Soviet Union? Do you know why it's called the United States, for that matter? Is the United States a democracy? Yeah. That's made of a whole bunch of little... It's called the United States. Do you know why they have national armies at the state level? That's why you have a representational system. Because you have a bunch of little democracies that are themselves involved in a bigger democracy. That's how you do that.
Were on the verge of secession, and the existence of Russia was at risk. Seemingly, Russia could turn to democracy, but not in its existing territorial configuration.
No, the existence of Russia was not at risk. The existence of Russia was already terminated. Russia had become the Soviet Union, and the only vestige of it was the territorial borders that the empire had gained prior. And then when you had a regime change again, and you had the same situation, you had a completely new political entity, reigning hegemonically over the same old inherited territory. That's what you got. None of that has any bearing on whether or not a democratic or a functional democratic regime could obtain, or a federation of democratic regimes could obtain.
The choice came down to security and territory versus liberty and prosperity. The Kremlin fell back on its old...
Also, what about the geography here? He hasn't involved the geography at all. He said it's big, but lots of countries are big. Like, Canada's big. The United States is big. Brazil's big.
Old habits and opted for the former. As such, Yeltsin fortified his executive authority by returning to mass violence as a means of political organization. He shelved the parliament and then ordered the brutal invasion of Chechnya. Yeltsin then left the situation to his hand-picked successor, Putin.
What a douchebag. Okay, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, we got 2 minutes and 5 seconds. 2 minutes and 4 seconds, in fact. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Why Russia can't become a democracy. He hasn't even talked about geography yet for like half the video.
Democracy as a political organization was deemed too risky, so Putin invented his own sovereign democracy. The new political system had all the merits of a democracy, including a bicameral parliament, a supreme court, and a host of political parties. In practice, however, Putin's system allowed the ruling United Russia Party to take on the role that the Communist Party had once played during the Soviet era. Sovereign democracy appealed to the public's imperial nostalgia because it espoused domination over others, just as historic Russian philosophies had. Haunted by post-imperial phantom pains, the Russian leadership, but also nationalists, communists, Eurasianists, conservatives, and even some liberals, believe that Western-style democracy is impossible for Russia.
You guys know that Japan became a democracy, right? Like within mere decades after having a divine emperor. This is literally the argument. Russia cannot become a democracy because some Russians don't think it can become a democracy. I know a guy. This is astonishingly stupid. Which hurts, because I used to appreciate Caspian Report. This is just awful. Are there any sources? This is making, like, Dugan look sophisticated. Thanks for the $5, Smith. Does Caspian not realize that Western democracies still do similar stuff to Russia to this day? I thought that was obvious, but we are in new territory, apparently.
This shared belief is the result of history.
This shared belief is the result. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. People believe things because of stuff that has happened to them. Well done. I hope they give you an honorary degree for that one.
To hold the geography from Kaliningrad to Vladivostok necessitates specific responsibilities, as notorious as they are.
What? Say it again. Hang on. What the hell?
To Vladivostok, liberals believe that Western-style democracy is impossible for Russia. This shared belief is the result of history. To hold the geography from Kaliningrad to Vladivostok necessitates specific responsibilities.
That's stupid. The territory was... That's just stupid. That's just stupid.
As notorious as they are. Despotism is therefore arguably part of Russia's geography. But then again, if Russia is...
Okay, so there's no argument here except Russia big, therefore despotism, but that's stupid. States of similar scale have been functioning democratically for hundreds of years now. And it's not like there's like a single, it's like a single police force that governs the whole thing. That's broken up as well. There are still local governorships. There's still some level of local autonomy. There has to be. Why isn't US an empire then? I mean, US is kind of an empire. I mean, even the UK is an empire. A big part of this is that, and I'm not just talking like in global terms. I mean, like literally just on the British Isles. There are a vast diversity of peoples there that have all been consolidated into one. Japan's an empire. I want to be technical about it, but we have a methodological statist approach to things. So we treat states as if they are in some sense homogenous and they have some kind of, I guess, legitimate ethical basis to cohere. We talk about states as if they're nations. We even refer to them sometimes as nations, despite the fact that no, they're really not. These aren't groups that cohere because of some shared thing. Ultimately, they are territorial blocks that are controlled by powerful organizations that can exist entirely apart from whatever people happen to occupy the state's territory at any given time.
Sealed to despotism, let it have democracy, for it gives every person the right to be his own oppressor. I've been your host, Shirvan.
Jesus Christ, you're giving up your last 45 seconds? You haven't said anything. Hang on, what's the last sentence again?
Is as notorious as they are. Despotism is therefore arguably part of Russia's geography. But then again, if Russia is sealed to despotism, let it have democracy, for it gives every person the right to be his own oppressor.
Are you trying to be a fucking poet now? What does that mean? Wait, so is Caspian Report now, like, anti-democratic? What was the purpose of that statement? Let it have democracy, for it allows every man to be his own oppressor. But you were just saying it can't become a democracy, so we mean let it have democracy. Are you mocking the idea? What the fuck are you smoking? I don't know what this even means. This is like... I don't know what Deepak Chopra is going on about here, but we have not heard an argument for why Russia cannot become a democracy. We've heard an argument that Russia's really big and a bunch of Russians don't think that we can have a Western-style democracy, whatever he thinks that means. Despite the fact that the modern Russian state is a Western-style state. Very much so. Is more homogenized than it's ever been in its history politically. I think it's trying to characterize the Russian attitude towards democracy. Well, that's not the Russian attitude towards democracy. There are pro-democracy Russians. Lots of them. Like, is this just like a Putin channel now? What's going on here? Oh, Aiko's texting me. Well, I guess that's a thing. Hang on, I'll see if Aiko wants to chat. God damn, that was embarrassing. Here, let's see what's going on with Aiko. Apparently she wants to talk about the James thing. That was bad, by the way. That James conversation. I had never spoken to James before, but that was rough. It was very rough. Oh my god, alright. See what Aiko's doing. Oh my god, okay. Nope. Enough of that. Shh, stop that. Stop that, that's disturbing. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell her to watch the thing, and then we can... Alright. Anyways, we've got other stuff to look at. So that's okay. Dear God. Alright. Oh, here's a blast from the past. I don't even know why I have this on the list here. Um, this is, oh man, this is from so long ago. Look at this. Here, we've done the political science. We can have fun now. The bad political science. Oh God, look at even the formats. Like, nobody likes you. Okay. So here's my, yeah. This is so old. This is a 7-year-old shoe on head video. Who stole feminism? I don't know why I even have this here. I think I had this in like a playlist from forever ago. Basically, she orders a book, and she's just ranting for 3 minutes about notes in the book, and it's just, it's so dumb. This is 457,000 views. I guess, I guess we'll just go through it, and we'll chat about it that way. Let's see here, hang on. So when it goes into default view... Oh, I guess I can just make myself bigger, and then we can cover up that ugly playlist right there. Yeah, there we go. But like, look at this. It's just kind of silly.
So this is a video.
Oh my God, it's so quiet.
If you follow me on Twitter, you probably already know my amazing Amazon experience.
God, she has a worse camera than I do. Although her camera's probably as old as mine is.
Had a few days ago, where I purchased Who Stole Feminism by Christina Hoff Sommers, used, in good condition, off Amazon, and needless to say, it was in great condition. I am so happy with my purchase. If you guys don't know who Christina Hoff Sommers is, Google it.
She's one of these, how the SJWs... I'm a real feminist, and the SJWs and the transes and whatnot, they stole feminism from us. She's a hack. She used to roll with Jordan Peterson back in the day.
I don't know. Not here to educate you, shitlord. Yeah, good condition. No, it had a bunch of sticky, nasty stuff, like when you peel off a sticker on the front. And the pages are all bent, and it was just awful. But the best / worst part of the condition was there's a whole bunch of notes in it. Like, and when I first saw these notes, I just figured, you know, school. They wrote some notes for school. Like, see, all over the book. So a whole bunch of notes. So I didn't think much of it, but then I looked closer, and I realized that this person is correcting the book. See here, they crossed out women and put femaleness, and crossed out men and put maleness. It's some like politically correct thing. Whatever.
Well, no. What's probably happening is, like me sometimes, when I'm reviewing a book by someone who I know is disingenuous, and I know it's wasting my time, and I'm not reading it because I think the person has something to offer me. I'm reading it because this person has a reputation for spewing misinformation into the public discourse, and I need to learn how to address it efficiently. I will respond to the book in my notes, because doing so creates a tactile association that allows me to easily remember how I responded to this particular point as it was being made, which improves my memory of both the thing that she said and how I replied to it, so I can draw upon it in advance very quickly, which is why all of my books have lots of writing in them. It's not like a politically correct thing. This person probably knows more than Christina Hoff Sommers, is very, very angry with them, and is reading the book primarily to learn how to, or to teach themselves how to respond to this thing that is getting some attention in her circles. I did the same thing with fuck, what's a good example of this? In fact, I used to do this when I was right wing because I had a couple of books on indigenous politics by people who really annoyed me at the time, and one of them was actually really bad. This is not a peace pipe. Terrible book. Taiyaki Alfred, I was a bit unfair to him. His stuff's actually pretty interesting. I have some issues with him as a individual, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, like it's taking notes is not just about making a statement to the book. It's not about that at all. Making notes is about, well, just that. It's making notes. So what this person was doing was almost certainly learning how to argue with the arguments by engaging in a tactile fashion with the book.
But yeah, the entire book is full of angry feminist rants. This couldn't have fallen into the hands of like anyone else. It was so perfect. I'll show you some of my favorite ones.
It's not about legal freedom. It takes so much more than that.
Yeah, look, so this is the sentence, right? The new feminists articulate self-dramatization and chronically offended. Many of the can't see past your finger. The anger panel were tenured professors at prestigious universities. All had fine and expensive educations, yet listening to them, one would never guess they live in a country whose women are legally something as the men, and whose institutions of higher learning now have more female than male students. And the response in the notes is, it's not about legal freedom, there's so much more than that. Yeah, because there is. Because legal freedom is not exhaustive of political or social equality, clearly. Clearly. Legal freedom is literally just on paper, are you recognized as having the same permissions, basically, as male subjects. That's literally all that means. And there are myriad ways in which that can be abused, which of course is one of the reasons for why the anti-SJWs even exist in the first place.
Within a system, I think.
Okay, so let's look at this one. Within a system, the suffrage had to be won, and divorce and child custody abortion rights had to be protected. Concentrated on legal reforms, and seeking not to promote a gynosexual stance in an agenda that sought equality within a system. Yes, because legal reforms and equality are going to be functions of a legible political system, or a legible social system, or a system of law or something. It's not going to be... If you treat the systemic particularity of the political community you're dealing with as if that's simply like a given part of the environment, then you're not going to be able to critique that. You're going to treat that as if this is simply a given, sort of like, can't have democracy in Russia because of geography. It's like, well, why are you just assuming that? Why are you just onboarding this highly specious claim without any argument? All of this has a particular history. There's no reason why any of this is inevitable. So it's very strange. The fact that she's only mocking the notes as they seemed funny to her indicates to me that she hadn't actually read any of the things they're responding to, which I suppose is par for the course with Shoe on Head, but...
I think you misunderstood the meaning of target population.
Here we go. Hill and Miss Bowman were comparable to although the dire effect they had on Miss Mac, can't see that. Feminists may not be debatable. The so-called target population, quote-unquote, is, in fact, some including those who believe that so it was meant by target population. Yeah, maybe. Mrs. Hill and Mrs. Bowman felt terrorized or targeted, quote-unquote, or thought themselves as members of a group. Yeah, potentially. So by target population might have meant something like particular groups that are affected by something, or that something else is oriented towards, or whatever. And this person is emphasizing the shrill, or not this person, Christina Hoff Sommers is emphasizing the shrill hystericism of Mrs. Hill or Miss Bowman, who felt terrorized or targeted in quotes. Like there may be a sociological point being made, and it's not about the feeling of terror or even the existence of terror. It may be, I don't know, we don't have the context here. I could pull up the book, I suppose. It should be on LibGen. Maybe that'd be fun to do, actually. Even though this is like a ridiculously old video that is completely outdated even in terms of Shoe-on-Head lore, but why the hell not? Let's see here. Christina Hoff Sommers. Who stole feminism? How women have betrayed women. Dear God, alright. Let's just pull that up. We can get the exact quotes. It'll actually be kind of interesting to see if the notes actually say anything meaningful. Vosh gave her slack. Did she give her... He didn't give her slack recently, did she? There we go. Brilliant. Okay. So. Okay, I'll save this to books, stuff stream. Boom, boom. Then we will open that up. Nope, that's opening up in the browser. I don't want it in the browser. I want it separate. Bear with me. Everybody stay calm. Haha. Haha. Hee hee ho ho. Okay. Yep. There we go. Okay. So let's have this down here, and we'll look at it. We'll look at it when we need to, okay? So, actually, we already have a thing to look at, don't we? So, okay, what was this? This was,
I think you misunderstood the meaning of target population.
Okay. Okay. So. Target population. Okay, here we are. Oh, this is actually interesting. So, all right. And shoom. There we go. Let's make it bigger, better, faster, stronger. Indeed, one of the main hallmarks of the new feminism is its degree of self-preoccupation. Feminists like Elizabeth Stanton and Susan B. Anthony were keenly aware of themselves as privileged, middle-class, protected women. They understood how inappropriate it would be to equate their struggles with those of less fortunate women. I'm not going to do that. And it never occurred to them to air their personal grievances before the public. During the Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill hearings, Catherine McKinnon, the influential feminist theorist and professor of law at the University of Michigan, seized the opportunity for a, quote, national teaching, unquote, on feminist perspectives, calling the Senate's treatment of Miss Hill a, quote, public hanging, unquote. She was quick to promote it as an example of how women suffer when other women are mistreated. She was similarly affected by Patricia Bowman's ordeal in the trial of William Kennedy Smith. Watching the second public hanging of a woman who accused a powerful man of sexual violence reflects the way in which sexual assault in the United States today resembles lynching in times not long past. One is lynched and raped as a member of a socially subordinated group. Each is an act of torture, a violent sexual humiliation ritual in which victims are often killed. When it happens, the target population cringes, withdraws, identifies, and disidentifies in terror. The target population cringes, withdraws, identifies, and disidentifies in terror. That the ordeals of Miss Hill and Miss Bowman were comparable to lynchings is debatable. Although the dire effect they had on Miss McKinnon and other new feminists may not be debatable, the alleged ramified effect on all women, the so-called quote-unquote target population, is. What? In fact, there is no evidence that most women, including those who believe that the truth lay more with Miss Hill or Miss Bowman, felt terrorized or quote-unquote target. Okay, yeah, no, so Shoe-on-Head and Christina Hoff Sommers are fucking stupid. So the point here is that in a situation in which women in particular are predominantly targeted for a particular part of subordinating sexual violence, people who are identified with that group are therefore targeted as a group by that kind of event. It's making a sociological statement. The group that is predominantly the victim of this thing is the target population. They are the target of this type of act, of this systemic repetition of an act of rape. And the correlation to lynching would be lynching likewise targets a specific group. This is a crucial line here. One is lynched and raped as a member of a socially subordinated group. That's crucial. So, yeah, Christina Hoff Sommers is just a brain-dead imbecile, which we all knew. So there. And so is Shu. More like Shu in head, am I right?
Yeah, so? Not true.
Women must be loyal to women. What's this? Okay, hang on. Let's find that quote not true. Indeed. Women must be loyal to women. Let's see how not true this really is. The loss of faith in classically liberal solutions, coupled with the conviction that women remain besieged and subject to a relentless and vicious male backlash, has turned the movement inward. We hear very little today about how women can join with men on equal terms to contribute to a universal human culture. What the fuck is a universal human culture? Instead, feminist ideology has taken a divisive gynocentric turn, and the emphasis now is on women as a political class whose interests are at odds with the interests of men. Women must be loyal to women, united in principled hostility to the males who seek to hold fast their patriarchal privileges and powers. This is a completely unsubstantiated description of a social movement in highly reductive terms. So for her to say not true is perfectly fair. First of all, because this is such an incredible blanket statement that there's no way it can be true. She provides no evidence for how we should understand this to be the case. She just moves on. This clash of old and new feminism is nothing new here. Yeah, there's just nothing here. There's just nothing here. So when this person says not true, that's a fair statement. In fact, the idea that it's true as a universal statement, or even given the lack of citations to justify this, even without it, even with citations, frankly, the idea that this would be just a ubiquitously true statement is highly unlikely. So yeah, this is untrue. Shoot.
With a bias, babe.
You will find that among the declines of failure of intelligent, powerful, and description of reasonable and just, unreasonable, unjust ideological sister. That's a line. With a bias, babe. I want to know what that means. That's a weird. That is legitimately a weird note. With a bias, babe. Let's see. Come on, you can do it. There we go. With a bias, babe. Oh my. No. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the link. Hang on, that's wrong. Not with a bias. That's a note. That's not going to be in there. Unjust ideological sister. Just ideological sister. Here we go. Gender feminists have been influential in the academy far beyond their numbers, partly because their high zeal and single-mindedness brook no opposition, or rather, because they treat opposition to their exotic standpoint as opposition to the cause of women. University trustees, administrators, foundation officers, and government officials tend generally to be sympathetic to women's causes. Apart from an unwillingness to be considered insensitive and retrograde, they are aware that women have been discriminated against and may still need special protections. So they want to do what is right. But when future historians go back to find out what happened to American universities at the end of the 20th century that so weakened them, politicized, Jesus Christ, think that's politicized them? Politicized them and rendered them illiberal, anti-intellectual, and humorless places. That's not true, and as we've seen, the right is incapable of humor. They will find that among the principal causes of the decline was the failure of intelligent, powerful, and well-intentioned officials to distinguish between the reasonable and just cause of equity feminism and its unreasonable, unjust ideological sister, gender feminism. with a bias, babe. What is being meant by Oh. Oh, this is the turf stuff. Okay. That's gotta be what that refers to, the gender feminism. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see the first occurrence of this term. Gender feminism. What do mainstream philosophers make of the idea of standpoint theories? Yeah. I could be wrong on this. I just want to make sure quickly. Okay, let's look up trans. Transgender? Doesn't occur. That's interesting. Transvestite? I bet that's going to occur, isn't it? Nope. Oh, that's good, I guess. Transsexual. Really? That's interesting. Trying to think of something else. Oh, not invert, dear God. No, thank God. Crafty being maybe. Craft. I'm just fishing now. Nope, nada. Susan Stryker? No, damn. Alright, well. That's good, I guess. Despite its influence, the gender feminist project of transforming the knowledge base must in the end prove to be a deep embarrassment to the feminist movement. What is this? New epistemology. Some gender feminists claim that because women have been oppressed, they are better knowers. Oh, okay, so it's still talking about... It's still just a basic notion of just... Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, that's good, I guess. YouTube.
Fuck me. Fuck that. Fuck off.
Alright, let's see. Oh, even lit students, huh? Even lit students in Japan. What is that saying? This is mildly fascinating, actually. I don't know why I haven't done this before. Let's see here. So, even lit students. I want to know about that one. Even lit students. In 1990, the Japanese translated into English the mathematical section of their college entrance exam. By the way, just so you guys know, the Japanese is not an institution. So when you're talking about who translated something into English, you refer to the organization and the translators. You don't say the Japanese, the Chinese translated this. What do you mean? That's, first of all, it's incredibly lazy. But secondly, the Japanese are not a publishing house. Japanese refers to a massive array of people. In 1990, the Japanese translated into English the mathematical section of their college entrance exam. American mathematicians were startled by what they saw. Professor Richard Askey, a mathematician at the University of Wisconsin, spoke for many American scientists and mathematicians when he said, quote, "The level at which Japanese students perform on these exams is just incredible," unquote. Science magazine recently printed a sample question from the entrance examination to Tokyo University. To solve it would require a lot of quote-unquote vertical thinking. Given a regular pyramid, there is a ball with its center on the bottom of the pyramid and tangent to all edges. A regular pyramid has four isosceles triangles adjoined to a square base. If each edge of the pyramid base is length A, find the height of the pyramid and the volume of the portion it has in common with the ball. The science editors point out that this question is being asked not of future math and science majors, but of Japanese high school students who are planning to major in the humanities. They noted, quote, "When U.S. math majors might trail even lit students in Japan, there's a lot of catching up to do," unquote. Yeah, fuck off. That's incredibly condescending. Not to mention, like, lit students engage in some really high-order reasoning and analysis. Arguably much more so than math students do. This is silly. Yeah, this is just so literally, fuck off. This is an incredibly condescending and demeaning statement about. I mean, frankly, the fact that she would be demeaning towards lit students while trying to make a book, while writing a book called "Who Stole Feminism" is sort of astonishing. Literature is one of the strongest tools we have for exploring and challenging our ideas about how things ought to be and what ought to be normal, and sort of like simulating for ourselves, like from different angles, all from like a single standpoint, sort of holding before us in sort of legible manner, like different perspectives and ways of living and stuff like that, or even just like viewing stuff that's very familiar from different angles of approach. Oh yeah, attacking education was a big thing for Christina Hofstadter Summers back in the day. I forgot. Yeah, that's pretty typical with people like this. One book that is astonishingly bad is The Closing of the American Mind by Alan Bloom, who's generally a very impressive scholar, but when you actually look at his social commentary, he's a clown. All right.
I think this person was a lit student. What a flawless debate plan. Argue with a book that will never argue back. So
Well, they're not arguing with the book. They're arguing with the arguments, and they're writing down their arguments with the arguments or dismissing them. Like, that's not arguing with the book. That person is arguing with Christina Hoff Sommers, or training, in effect, to argue with Christina Hoff Sommers, or people who have onboarded what she said very uncritically, which I strongly suspect you have.
you'll always win. About halfway through the book, I found a Vancouver library bookmark. And after that, there was nothing. No notes. Diagnosis. Rage quit.
Or, well, actually, hang on, that can't be true. Wait a minute. No, that's a lie. That actually can't, that's impossible. Wow, 7-year-old shoe on head lie. Look at this, and I'll tell you why in a second. So, let's hear that again, okay?
No notes. Mark. Vancouver library bookmark. And after that,
Which page is this?
about halfway through the book, I found a Vancouver library bookmark. And after that...
Halfway through the book. Okay. Well, maybe it's not a lie. Let's take a look here quickly. So this is page 181 of 322. Okay. That's about halfway, I think. Not really halfway, because the notes start before page 300. In fact, they start at page 275. So, yeah, so page 179. Damn. Vintage shoe on head fail. You saw it here first, folks. The fuck off part. We're talking about lit students in Japan. That's page 179. The book ends at page 275. So she had actually gone through 2/3 of the book, really. Not that it matters. I'm not even sure if that was a she. I don't know why I assumed it was a she. It's probably a she. Statistically.
There was nothing. No notes. Diagnosis. Rage quit. So, what do you guys think? Do you think this person
I mean, it's a little bit rich to accuse somebody of, I guess, to mock somebody for arguing with a book by writing notes that respond to the actual text, when you're making a video responding to the notes. The note writer can't argue back, can she? Can they? I don't know who they are. I shouldn't say she. The person who wrote those notes, they can't defend themselves here. You just mocked them. You've mocked their thoughts. Maybe their identity is not tied to it because they haven't said who owns the book, or maybe there's no record of it. But there's you've done exactly the same thing, but it's more ridiculous because you're not even engaging with the literature on the subject more broadly. You're literally just talking about this. Oh, what innocent days. She still has the Armored Skeptic logo on her chest. He's apparently going through sad times. Maybe they lost interest because the book is so incredibly stupid. They actually kept interest for quite a long ways. There was less than a third of the book left. There was less than 100 pages left. They'd gone so far through. Not only that, but she's assuming that all of the notes were written in the book itself. But sometimes people do both. Sometimes people write in the book for certain things, and they write outside of the book for other things. President Sunday, our professor recently required us to analyze pretty simple data in class. Thing is, that was a lit class. I have sadly come to realize everything bad they say about us is true. I mean, it's strange you're talking about analyzing simple data in class. I mean, lit students are always analyzing data. You're literally always analyzing. It's in the name. It's not raw data. It's not data given to you as data, but it involves data. Japanese doesn't translate one-to-one English, doesn't have a Latin root. Yeah. To be fair, the book just goes on a long tirade about education, not related to feminism. Yeah, it seems to be. But I think the implication, and you saw this a little bit in, I don't even think I have it on my shelf anymore, which is a good thing because it was awful, but I did read it. I read it all the way through, and I ate it up at the time. Alan Bloom's book, The Closing of the American Mind. Weird book, actually, especially when you've actually been educated. I hadn't by that point. I was just out of high school. That whole book was just complaining about how the kids aren't listening to classical music anymore. They're listening to rock music and to jazz, which is based off of, the rhythms of intercourse and whatnot. And, they'll never understand just the nobility of, like, Judge something or other carrying the Bible in his back pocket everywhere he went. People who are engaging with real problems in the world aren't behaving in a manner where they seem to be idolizing characters in novels. Oh heavens, what will we do? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's like, imagine if if people at a Trekkie convention were just condescending to everybody else because they didn't recognize the inherent superior virtue of embodying the principles of Starfleet wherever they went. That's basically what it is. You joined the cathedral and just kicked straight out right away. Maybe something wrong? I have no idea. DM me on Twitter.
purposely wrote the notes in here knowing that somebody else was going to pick it up and they wanted to re-educate them about said subject?
What?
In here knowing that somebody else...
Hang on, sorry. This is insane.
That there was nothing. No notes.
Diagnosis, rage quit.
Diagnosis, rage quit. So, what do you guys think? Do you think this person purposely wrote the notes in here knowing that somebody else was going to pick it up and they wanted to re-educate them about said subject?
No, I think they reviewed the book for their own personal edification and then donated it because they don't need it anymore, so somebody else could do the same thing. or they sold it or because they needed money or whatever, and then you happen to buy it. How is this person never taken seriously? This is like the most idiotic statement imaginable. Uh, I don't know. Hey, I've got my copy here of, what's a bad book I put notes into? Let's say this, like, my copy of Leo Strauss's The City and Man. I argue with him at some point in here. I can't remember where exactly. But, like, let's say I'm just clearing my shelf one day. Did I put these notes in because I knew somebody else would pick it up one day and I would educate that one soul, and that would begin a ripple, that would become a wave, that would eventually, I would I would re-educate the, I don't know who exactly, I don't know what this is. This is like, what's the inference she's making here exactly? This person will be walking down the street one day, and she'll overhear people talking about Christina Hoff Summers' book. She'll be sitting down with her coffee, and in faintly she'll hear one of them say, "With a bias, babe," and then she'll chuckle to herself because everything is proceeding exactly as I have foreseen. That's actually brain dead. What do you think? Like, how do you say that?
Or do you think maybe they sent it to their friends for a book report? What is your...
For a book report? Was she like 15 when this came out? What do you mean for a book report? This was probably a grad student who was reviewing this thing.
theory about this? Yep. That was the video. That was my book story. Imagine I got paid for this. Hey guys, here's the book I got. There's some funny stuff in it. Haha, feminism. Money.
You know, the weirdest thing is there was legitimately a time in my recent history, because this video is only 7 years old, 2015, in which that wasn't the most embarrassing thing in the world. Huh. Huh. Let's check on Aiko. She's probably raging at me right now. Oh yeah, she's gonna be mad. I think she's gonna be mad. I'm not looking forward to this. Mm-mm. She likes James. I was mean to James here. Justifiably, but still. Hmm?
Yeah, using it as a controlling argument. Yes. But I think this is also like Rookie Hole seems like it's also like based on emotion primarily, right? It's like not necessarily that like people are confident in their ability to like call shit out, but it
Wait, she was like 32 years old now? She's no way. She's not 32. She's older than me? P.S. It is my birthday and my mom died and I have no friends and I have a tummy ache and it would really mean a lot to me if you were to go over Armored Skeptic's postmodernism video. Well, if it's your birthday, send me a link, would you?
You know what I mean? I don't care.
thank you, Wordsmith Andy, for one of the good ones. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna add. Oh God, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna add the Kid Not Kin one like right now. I know. I'm cis. I'm white. I don't deserve to be speaking right now. Wait.
Yeah. Oh,
When I came in just
Yes.
as my name was being mentioned by sheer serendipity. Oh god, it's just starting. All right, very quickly because this has been a bit of a whirlwind. I came in just as
Yes.
my name was being mentioned by sheer serendipity. Oh god, So- we're gonna so break watch this down this. for me. We're So we gonna have
Uh,
watch this live. Kaya person,
Mhm.
and we have Ellen. What connects them?
No, not erudite.
So there were a couple of things that connected them. Yeah. Okay. Ellen, just write Discord. Okay. So I can talk to Ellen in a sec. Hang on. Let me do one thing at a time because I get sidetracked. So what tied Ellen was a number of things.
I think he definitely has, like, over time gotten, like, you know, way more showing off it. He is a very interesting and engaging person. You know, he's pretty fly. Someone
Sure.
with the music.
I'm
in
I'm
the
just gonna
background.
pretend she's talking about me. She's not, but
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Number one, and as Polly will tell you, and we talked, we kind of like ran the list down smaller and smaller.
whoa, I didn't catch that. As Polly, I that didn't register in my brain. This was Polly's list. Well, that explains a lot. Fucking hell. Who's Ellen? Ellen's nobody. Ellen's just somebody, like, they're nice, but Ellen's just somebody who's just in a few servers that I'm in. They're in my server. But this is Polly's list. Oh, that explains why she was so pissed off about it. It was weird. After I yelled at James, because he had like this he had no evidence for Ellen, but he was just connecting it to Ellen. Polly was really angry about that. She even wrote like a big thing under my video, like this is super disappointing to see from Sunday. It was bizarre. And she was super resistant when I like DM'd her about it. I was like, I don't think it's Ellen. It's like, are you sure? What do you know? I don't know anything. That's the problem. Oh god damn. Oh, that explains so much.
Stoned, I think so. I mean, I don't know about peaceful, but
can we just-
definitely.
Can we just not be stupid, guys? Please? Pretty please?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of
Life's hard.
talking about.
There's so much we have to deal with. Let's just not do stupid things.
Fuck, what is it?
There are real problems in the world to solve.
Fuck, what is it?
Fucking hell, Paul. God damn it. I'm so stupid. That should have registered like immediately. I must have been tired.
Like this.
Fuck are you? Fuck you.
Like this.
Fuck are you? Fuck you. Fuck are you? Fuck you.
Yo, you can fuck off.
Yeah,
you,
we've
dumb
I
fuck. And now you can go fuck
Fuck are
yourself.
you? Fuck you.
So just by way of reference, so when Polly made that message, I like DM'd her and I was like, can we not do this? It's like, look, if we're on the same side, and I think we are, if you got a problem, then what's better is if we just talk to each other in private and sort it out there first, and then if it's intractable, then take it public. But because if you do the other thing, then it's like now everybody who's against both of us, they're now picking this apart, and this just creates problems, makes it impossible for us to work together. Da, 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 da. You can do whatever you want. You don't owe me this. Just seems to me like that'd be a better way to go. Took deep offense to that, which is fine. I just reiterated that, but like was weirdly hostile and was like fishing for stuff. It was weird. Yeah, you had to have been there. But anyways, I exited the conversation because it was not good. I was diplomatic, but it was like, and I was so confused. I didn't understand why this, because this is such a clean cut thing. James had no evidence against Ellen, but he had been lighting them up for like 2 hours. He'd been talking about getting his lawyers involved. He'd tagged like a bunch of big streamers with a bunch of DGG connections, like Not So Erudite and Sonsol and people like that. And Heem and whatnot. Like, no offense to Heem or anything, but like, you know, those people. and he was saying that this person was mass reporting all of you. Fuck you, Ellen, and whatnot. And I tried to DM Ellen. I couldn't get a hold of them. I DM'd Polly, and I tried to get their intention to chat, like, hey, check your DMs, and they did. We chatted, but wouldn't talk to me because apparently was busy getting ready for her stream, which I guess was because she wanted to follow off of James, because she had been part of this. That dude James really ate shit after it? Yeah.
But basically, we took the list of every single person that they basically said they were going to mass report.
Yeah.
If you look on the just to my side, that is every single person. Plus, there were 4 more.
Okay,
So this actually wasn't even the whole list. That's just the whole list I could fit in a tweet.
Okay, sure. So did Ellen on Ellen's main page, I don't know the pronouns. Did they suggest mass reporting all the same people or some?
No,
of the same people,
This
or-
is solely off. This is solely off this list. Yeah. You might have come in late. So if you miss like the first hour, you miss like.
Well, I'm
lot of
just
the
not I'm not following you as to how we connect Ellen to this person on the basis of this
Right.
list.
So you weren't here. So basically, we went through all 235 tweets. We found every single person that they threatened to ban. Which
I forgot how
included
aggressive he was. He
Mindwaves,
was like,
Erudite, Chud Logic, Destiny.
Oh, Chud
Stardust,
Logic.
Poly People.
oh my god, so he
Dylan
tweeted
Birds,
at Destiny as well.
Comrade Ellie, Danabo.
Yeah, fucking hell, look
Keen.
at this. So he had tweeted at Chud Logic, Destiny, Dylan, like a bunch of people. Concept. It's just what I'm not seeing here is again a reason on the basis of this list
Oh, okay. So the list
to
was
implicate
basically
Ellen.
okay. So the list was basically taken down by people who either mod for some people or who run on other people, and we basically made an entire spreadsheet, and then we Venn diagrammed it, and we went, okay, so who's connected to this community, this community, this community, especially in the time frames that certain people were being threatened because it was very specific.
Okay, where I'm going with this though is I don't know why you think that what you're including in the Venn diagram or in this list would be exhaustive of all the people it could be. I'm not. I don't know by what reasoning process you arrived at Ellen in
I
particular.
think
But that's not
that,
important here. I want to know like what caused inclusion.
I don't know. I think he sounds like he sounds like
Oh, it's not the tone that I'm finding aggressive. It's the
Frantic?
fact that he's like
Like,
really
for a good
forcing
reason.
his read on it, and he's like insinuating that I'm saying this out of ignorance.
oh, Sunday.
That's what it is.
A friend of the stream, and me. He is very.
Aw. She is a
He's
friend
very-
of the
he
stream
is
too. You should subscribe to Aiko on
not
YouTube.
what you know. I did not like him in the beginning, and I don't remember what happened.
That was the-
but he is a very entertaining, funny person.
All right, I'll accept it.
And then sometimes I tell him he's wrong, and then everything's good in the world. Well, not really, but Okay.
Everything's wrong in the world,
Yeah, more
actually, but
edible.
thank you. Oh. Damn.
Oh yeah, plenty of times I don't agree with him, but we talk about it, we argue about it, and then
Ico
I'm right.
Rules is the best. PP laugh. PP laugh.
Scooby.
laugh.
I said
Finally,
friend
I
of
am
the
awake in
stream
time for
and
Street
me.
Day Coral.
Thank you, Kubi.
Okay, so this list was raw data.
Okay, he's not a friend of the stream. Okay.
Did someone specifically get banned? No, it's stupider than that. So some Twitter account was claiming credit for a bunch of streamers getting reported, and they went down a list. Oh, who could it be? Because for some reason they would have access to this in their minds, and somehow they happened on Ellen. It was just so stupid. And the only reason I can think of for why just as I say this is stupid, someone in Aiko's chat is saying they don't like it when I say stupid. It's never gonna change. I'm sorry. Fuck. What was I saying? Right. The only reason why Ellen would be implicated in any of this is because Sonsol accused Ellen of getting his channel banned after Ellen did that stunt with the Der Stürmer quote that they altered to make it about trans people instead of Jews. There's no evidence against them, and they just ran with this. And it's weird, especially for Polly to run with that theory as well. I don't know what their thought process was, but to get defensive about it afterwards is just beyond the pale. Like, there was no,
But
I don't know,
like no one has time to be friends with everyone. And sometimes you're just not interested. But that's fine. One thing that I learned, because again, I had like I had a part of my God issues, or me trying to work out my childhood trauma here.
Oh yeah, Ellen is the one who challenged Hawes to a fight and then got him to drive to some random place. It was funny.
I was like desperately trying to not have people slip through the cracks, but like over time in my life, I learned a while ago, or really like I knew it, but you don't like know something until like you're there.
Where are you going with this, Echo?
Fuck. Wait, hold on. I lost it and I'm getting it again.
She does that. Just
content warning.
roll with it. Anyways. So I've quietly cut off communication with poly people. I care about our community. We have a lot of bleed over between us. Or I think we have some at least. I know Ellen, for example, is in both. But like, if she's like predating on community members, that's not cool. And that's what this is. This is a larger streamer going after audience members on a hunch. A bad hunch, on no evidence. And she didn't intercede when James was going off on this. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're on the same side on the loner box stuff. That sucks, but you can't go after your audience like that. It's just bad. Bad.
You know something when you're there, fuck, I lost it. Oh.
James' list was sourced from Polly in part. James just said, like, if you ask Polly, we went through the list. So that implies that Polly was party to the investigation process.
Like, I mean it in, like, a way where it's, like, being terrified of everyone going to hell. Like, and just having, like, this panic of, like, needing to, like,
Polly getting on your case about this business with James is strange, and her taking part in that list business is just as bizarre. It's not, because if she took part in that list business, which is bizarre, and I'm curious about that, but that explains what she was getting on my case, because when I'm insulting his reasoning process, I'm by implication insulting her if she took part in it. So I think that's why she took it personally. I was confused too, because when she covered it, like, I think it was last night, she was angry when I was responding to James, and she couldn't even finish it. She actually just cut it off short, and I was like, really? He was just attacking Ellen on no evidence. You already knew this in advance. Why were you so angry about this? And that's why. Because it was personal. Just stupid. It's just such a stupid thing to...
Well, I don't mean streamers.
To like...
I mean,
it's such a
like,
stupid hill to die on.
People I met. You know?
And then in like my comments, she was like making weirdly like ominous threatening things that sounded like threats, like hey, clearly like further critiques are in order or something. It was just I don't know what she's thinking. How could they know this information? No, they couldn't. They had no basis. They literally couldn't. Okay, if your investigation starts with, hey, who could this not be? And you can't fill that with anybody because it could literally be anybody. Except dead people. You're done. Investigation's over. We don't know.
Yes, when I realized that, like, I always knew no one was asking for me to, like, I guess, pay homage to their having existed and like bear witness to them. That's really what it is. I felt like I needed to bear witness to each person.
Which is a shame, by the way, because, like, I was perfectly friendly to Polly, and I had complimented her on her performance against Loner Box. I still think is very good. And then she does this for no reason. Like, you were doing so well. Everything was going well. And then for some reason, you decide to just target a nobody on no grounds. Like, I'm just kind of astonished. Like, just the level of stupidity and arrogance it would take to do that is just, like, mind-boggling. What on earth is this? Cannabis-flavored something. What is she looking at?
Pretty straight the fuck up. Well, that's cool. Okay. Shit. Okay. This is 8 minutes in.
Okay, so what caused inclusion was after we got the list down to 3 people, of which Ellen was one of them, we then actually went out and sent... This was the one that blew me away that I even did it, was we sent messages out to every single person
Oh my god, Jason. Be careful.
on the list.
Okay.
And we then actually went out and sent... This was the one that blew me away that I even did it, was we sent messages out to every single person on the list.
Okay.
And we asked people, hey, so after you got reported and or banned and or suspended, was there anybody who, you know, came to do a little sack dance, delivered you a message, was literally fucking on you the moment you got suspended and banned, and then that list shrunk down from 3 to 2.
So the evidence for Ellen being involved in this is that Ellen gloated at somebody for...
Good night, Origin. Me and Aiko were friends, then she kicked my beanbag. Listen, don't ask for it if you don't want it. Or at least specify how hard. Okay?
being banned.
Well,
How am I
there was some
supposed to know?
real-time stuff, and then there was a bunch of screenshots that got sent, and this
Okay,
is where
so-
it gets dicey.
Well, the reason why... Well, I think it's dicey maybe a bit earlier on than you might think. The reason why this
Okay.
perked my ears up immediately is that this person, Kaya, was accusing poly people of fear-mongering about there being a trans genocide. Are you familiar with Ellen's recent appearance on Sonsol's stream, the one that got him banned, I believe?
Only tangentially. And real
Okay,
quick,
so-
Keem, I was trying to get there. I literally haven't been able to get there. I keep asking and I can't get there. So
Okay, so
All right,
what?
continue.
Yeah, so what happened on that stream was Ellen altered a section from Der Stürmer, so that it was talking about trans people instead of Jews, or trans girls instead of Jews. I think I can't quite remember. And then they revealed after the fact to Sonsol, who had insisted, no, it's hateful, but it's not genocidal, that this is from Der Stürmer. And it was like, gotcha, why? Because Ellen found it absolutely absurd
Oh,
that
okay,
Sonsol
okay.
would not regard this as a genocide against trans people. Now, the problem that I'm finding here is that this isn't just directly contrary to the political activities of Kaya that we've seen here with respect to her treatment of people like poly
Yeah.
people. If this is indeed, I've seen some
Ellen
people mention this might be like
DeGenerate,
an account held by
think.
multiple people. These people would butt heads. This is not something that they could like share in this way.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask a clarifying question. Did
Yeah.
you just say
I'm sorry,
that-
Rorschach.
Ellen was the person
We'll
who
probably talk to Aiko after this.
purposely got Sonsol to TOS himself
No.
on stream so
No,
that he could be
no,
suspended?
no, not at all. No,
Oh, that's what I thought you said. I'm
No,
like-
no. What I said, James, was that in order to demonstrate Sonsol's confusion on the matter of whether or not there's a trans genocide going on, Ellen altered a sequence from Der Stürmer so it was talking about trans women instead, read it out to him, and asked him if this is genocidal. The point being to show that Sonsol
tried
has no,
violence, that's all I
capacity
know.
to judge when a genocide is taking place, because obviously Der Stürmer is genocidal. And it didn't get any dicier or any more like risking a TOS violation than us talking about this right now. It's the bare mention of Der Stürmer. I don't know who banned Sonsol. I talked to Ellen right afterwards
Tribally.
because I was kind of perplexed too. It didn't seem like
Hold
there's
on, wait a
anything
minute.
banned worthy on that stream.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Did you just say just mentioning something is bannable after you mentioned it 7 times on my stream live, and then you say just mentioning it is bannable? Did you
No,
really
no,
just
no.
do
I
that?
actually said directly the opposite. I
Oh
said
God,
I
I'm
said
so confused, man.
what I said was that they had altered an historical document. This is like talking show that
Oh, I think
Sonsol
you
was
know when
engaging
he's in good
um,
faith and when he's not.
This is like talking to a block of cheese.
I think it's
Inconsistent
the
reasoning
thing.
with respect to this issue when the circumstances were the same. But it was tame. It was literally just reading off of a historical document. There were no slurs or anything of that sort. there wasn't a basis for
Twitch
for
banned
banning
Sansol
on all
again?
those grounds. I think
Yeesh.
Ellen was as confused as I was, and I think Ellen actually uploaded that segment. This is directly contrary to what this Kaya person is saying to poly people in these tweets.
Why-
Namely, what?
And why would that be?
Because Ellen is taking the stance that there is a transgenocide going on Poly's side, but in the tweets here, Kaya is saying that poly people is fear-mongering by calling it a transgenocide. These are directly contradictory. Nobody knows why Sansol was banned. Why does Sansol think it was Ellen? Is it just because that interaction took place prior to them getting banned? Anyone could have done this.
I have no
The
idea.
reason why I'm asking you about what caused inclusion on that list
I'm not sure.
is because if you have an incomplete list, if there are 10, 20, 100 other people that it could be, 1,000 other people that it could be, and in fact it's several thousand people that it could be, James,
It's 3.
then what?
It's 3.
What do you mean it's 3? How have you
There's
determined
3
this?
There's 3 people it could be.
How have you determined this?
Through deduction?
No.
Oh,
It doesn't
no.
matter if you've deduced who is most likely out of a list of people if there isn't a good reason for limiting that list of the people you've limited. What you've maybe determined is who is most likely out of this list of people that you are personally aware of.
Right. Now we're limiting it through cross-referencing it through every single person who's
That's an
not
induction,
on the shit
James. That's
list.
not deduction. How you included people in that list was just people who you know.
No. People who they said they were banning, not people I
Oh
know.
god, I
don't
forgot
know
how
who some
dumb
of the
this
people on
was.
list
Oh my
are.
god. James,
I
you
don't
don't know
know who
how
all these
James,
people are.
James, you do not know how many people in the world have talked about these people getting banned or have wanted these people being banned. You just don't know.
Right. I'm talking about this one person and all the people they listed.
This is pain. Walk me through this from like 0, okay? How do you get to the list and how do you get to Ellen?
Okay, you get to the list.
I've got a
Was it
pen out.
before or
taking
after
every
this,
single
Viv?
person who's been threatened, and starting with essentially crossing off all of their quote all of their mods, all of their mutuals, and then you start pulling apart the small circles that they're all in, and you look at
Why would they
who's
have to
left-
be mods? Like couldn't it be like literally anybody in the audience who's just watching this? We don't know how many people like pass through these communities silently.
It's a lot of people pulling a lot of shit out of a lot of discords, and more often than not, the only people who are getting into like multiple fucking mod chats and multiple
James,
discords
I'm in
who are
all of these.
mods in
James,
multiple
as has been
discords.
pointed out in chat, I'm in a bunch of these servers myself. I wasn't on this list. Why not?
Are you a mod in a whole bunch of discords?
I'm a mod in a couple of discords, but it doesn't matter if I'm a mod in a whole bunch of discords.
Okay, have you
Why does
publicly
no? But
harangued?
hang on, you haven't justified though. Why does being a mod bear on this? This could be literally anybody.
Because they pulled a whole bunch
Hey,
of shit out
Laney.
of Discord chats that a lot of people
How
didn't
are
have
you?
access to.
I said it right,
Okay.
right?
Did the mod staff change at all? Did people, or is it
When you
possible that
did it-
people
We have to look at
Oh,
stuff
what about
for
Viv.
different time
James?
frames again.
James.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
No, no,
whoa,
conceive
whoa,
of this
whoa,
very
no,
quickly.
No,
Yeah, just very quickly. No, this is actually really important, James. Just very quickly,
Uh-oh.
don't let you talk, okay?
Oh.
It is
It's
perfect.
going to be like this, isn't it?
Just 1 second. Somebody,
gonna go well.
a mod could pull a
This is not gonna go
screenshot.
well.
A mod could pull a screenshot from chat, share it, and then that's just out there. Anyone could have it, right?
Okay. Again, you weren't here for the first 2 hours of the stream where we discussed all of this, and now you're asking me to go back through the entire first 2 hours of the stream piece by piece because you weren't here.
There's no basic evidence here. There's no reason that you've given that actually justifies you saying that this list is exhaustive. You have no idea who this could be. You have nothing.
Okay.
You can't, like,
Okay.
you're smarter than this, James. Come on.
Okay. Listen, I'm not going to argue with you because I'm not going to relitigate the first 2 hours.
But you
of the
really
stream.
need to, James,
you
because
weren't
if
here
you are
for-
wrong, you have just sicked a massive community on this person on no evidence. That's very fucking serious.
Okay. Number 1, no. Number 2,
Number 1, yes, James.
Wait,
Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes,
don't use
sorry.
your fucking
I'm sorry,
voice and try to tell me
Aiko.
what to
I'm
do.
sorry.
We're
It
gonna
do
have to
go
figure it
that
out.
way.
It's been
No,
a
we have a
good.
problem now. You have no evidence for this
Okay.
person being guilty of banning these people.
Okay,
You have been
we have a
torching
problem.
them for the past 2 hours. How
Okay.
dare you? On no evidence.
Okay.
You have a
Uh-oh.
list, okay? How did you get
Okay.
to the list? Well, what you say is, well, we looked at our mods. What the fuck?
I have no idea. Someone has to ask about the metadata thing.
God, I forgot how
I
bad
mean,
this
he's
was.
right.
I forgot how bad this was. I'm physically cringing on the inside.
Like you can just be like, oh, it's
And for
this
once, not at
person.
myself. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Deduction. I don't like this.
I don't like this either, Aiko. We're on the same page. These were I had unpleasant feelings during this conversation.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody knows
Because I asked
my
him directly
sorrow.
how he knew it was Ellen, and that's what he said.
I'm just reading her chat. You stole fizzy lifting drinks and bumped into the ceilings, which now must be washed.
Yeah,
Are you
go back
brain
and
dead?
watch- You can go back and watch the first 2 hours of the stream.
When was this from? Was it the same day?
How did you get this list?
Yeah, again, you can go back and watch the first 2 hours.
No, I
of the
don't need to
stream.
go back. Can you not explain how you got this list?
I was trying to explain it 4 times and you
Okay,
kept cutting me off.
go.
And
I won't cut you off. Go. Tell me exactly
You
how
didn't
you
cut
started.
me
You
off
sat
at
down.
all.
You sat down. You made a list. Go.
Not that list of streamers. I think they're getting confused about what list.
No, I was just waving my mouse at that point. Like, oh, there's a list in front of me. That list.
feel
I know
like,
it wasn't that list.
Since because like obviously if they're being tagged, then it's yeah. It's like saying that this person mass reported mind waves, etc. All these people, right? That's where you get the list. But the other list, the list yesterday.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, President Sunday. I'm gonna get rid of you and I'm gonna bring in Ellen. How's that sound?
Go fuck yourself.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that settles that. So that hurt. That hurt my soul.
You know,
Yeah. There was no fucking evidence of this. He has nothing. He has nothing. He just torched this person on no grounds. Unbelievable.
honestly, I think that I'm gonna be honest. James has been pretty open with like stuff going on in his life, you know.
bitch.
Wordsmith Andy gifted a tier 1 sub to MX, Vivian, the Wolf. They have given 19 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Wordsmith Andy, for gifting to Viv.
Look.
Very pog.
Look, I was I didn't want to dislike James. I have every reason to want to be friends with him. He's friends with a bunch of people I'm friends with, okay? This was just a full-on witch hunt.
With the context I have,
Oh, I think about
Of-
Psycho. I feel bad.
just other things that contribute. This is very clearly not thought out. James apologized profusely. Okay, good. I'm glad.
I hope so.
I think that like it probably is really it would probably be really scary if I felt like my partner was in danger and I was like going to have like surgery and stuff.
So what she's going on about here is, I don't want to go into details because I don't know how much of this is private or whatever, but James is going through a lot of stuff medically right now and he's under a lot of pressure. So his judgment can be compromised and I understand that. This could have been very dangerous. This could have been, like, Ellen handled themselves very well when they were talking to James and dispelled the accusations in pretty short order. This could have been somebody who didn't handle themselves well. This could have been somebody who, or Ellen might simply not have known that this took place. Like, I couldn't get a hold of them until I went on. Until after I went on. It's possible they completely miss it. This starts doing the circuit, and this now becomes a whole big deal. This could have been really bad. Really bad. They tag like a bunch of different people whose business it is to blow this stuff up for content. On no evidence. Like, again, I have no business reason to want to fight with these people at all. I'm benefiting from my relationship, or was benefiting from my relationship with poly people. I would have benefited from my relationship with James. You can't do this. Can't. There's a limit. I'll take the hit on that one. Kaya something on Twitter was claiming to have been part of some group that was mass reporting people on Twitch. Okay. James and some other people have apparently assembled a list of people it could possibly be. How they've filled this list is anyone's guess. They seem to have like pulled like Discord mods or whatever. Names out of a hat. And is she eating raw meat? No, it's okay. Sorry. I thought she was eating like a steak out of the wrap. So good God, Aiko. RDMs in advance, and that you had been talking about, that you had been coordinating to do something to me. So, why on earth are you even here? Get out of my chat. Yeah, so basically, on the basis of just crossing down the list of who is most likely, from a list whose inclusions are determined on the basis of guesswork, they decided that Ellen is the most likely culprit. On no basis. On no basis at all. So he
Rookie hole.
does this big stream. It's this big public investigation, in which he lights up Ellen in particular. Why? How did he get to this? Through deduction. No, it's not deduction, because we don't know why this particular list exists. And when I asked him to explain, hey, why does this list exist? He goes, well, we look through our mods. What do you mean you look through your mods? So when he says, well, why would it be a mod? Well, because they have access to chats that other people don't have access to. How do you know that? Well, if we had continued, we know that because they have screen caps and references to the conversations that apparently not everybody has access to. Except here's the problem. If people have screen capped those conversations or shared their content somewhere else, we have no idea who else has that information. I had no issue with James. I've never spoken to him before. This is absolutely unacceptable. Fucking hell. I'm exhausted. I didn't want to stream until 4. Guess we're doing this now. Oh, I think he's talking to Ellen now, possibly. Let's take a look at that. I don't lose my temper like that often. That infuriated me.
Different people.
Oh,
sending
because
Yeah, he's usually just mocking.
I'm a very contentious person. I debate bro thing. I piss people off. I'm very used to doing that. But I would much rather I would much rather like debate somebody than anything. Oh, and someone goes, "How did I get banned from Zach app?" It's because I disagreed with him about Ukraine stuff. That's why. I told him he was stupid. Somebody in the chat was asking. Literally, all my bans are just me, like literally just telling someone they're stupid.
You think it's possible that like a whole bunch of people would sort of like I don't know, like coordinate to try to fucking point a finger at you or stream a fucking
Me, like literally just telling someone. Somebody in the chat was asking.
Aiko, you're muted.
I didn't even notice that. What the fuck is this? What? What is this?
No, that is Vivian, isn't it?
Are you on the list? Hold on.
I'd be very surprised if Vivian wasn't. Vivian pisses people off. She's absolutely on the list. Ugh. But I think it's just a meme.
What does this say? What is it under?
Come on, Aiko. I don't want to be up till 3 again. Just go through the video. It's not that long. You can do it.
Undercover sock?
Do you think this is what Socrates' conversations with street randos went like 2,000 years ago?
Undercover sock?
Ugh. No, because they had swords.
What is the context of this? I have no idea what this even means.
TK, what are you talking about?
That's a picture of Viv. This is like, I guess you're in the thread somehow.
Hello. Hey, that's
what
me.
even happened? Wait.
God, I look so like I need to
Where's
sleep for like
this
a
red?
week. I've got like bags under my eyes right now. I have not recovered sleep-wise since that fucking Wicked Supreme talk.
Oh my
that was
God.
so rough.
Made it too big. That's what they said. Keck. Are you still here, President Sunday?
Yes, I am. Yes, we're watching you on stream.
I mean, you do see a lot of you do see a lot of racist people. Oh, we're watching you on stream? Do you know what this is? This doesn't make any sense.
Nope. Not a clue.
Literally, all my bans are
Just
just me,
Ellen.
like, literally just telling someone they're stupid.
Weird.
You think it's possible that like a whole bunch of people would sort of like I don't know, like coordinate to try to
Believe it or not, I don't look like I'm made of cookie dough in real life. I'm in a chair where I'm like this all the time. I'm actually like, I'm in pretty good shape.
I didn't think I mattered either.
Not in as good shape as I used to be because I've been sitting on my ass for months doing this, but I'm in good shape. I used a freaking pickaxe at my last job. It was burning calories, man.
Growing up as a Twitch user, I don't know. Point is, I definitely am not. I just am curious about like what this evidence is that I'm like going around telling people to ban people because like absolutely not doing that.
It's a cluster. I'm sorry. It's a
You're
cluster
looking
of
for the
screenshots
evidence?
before I got on, so
You don't have
I
this?
have to go through 240 something screenshots now. All right.
Oh,
sorry.
no.
Bear with me.
Oh my god.
Better turn my mic down. I'm yelling too much.
They all look a fucking like.
Oh boy, like.
You know, usually when I like accuse somebody of something like that, I have like the evidence on hand, ready to go.
No. This is fair.
Is this my
You
thing?
just use your name on Discord, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to make sure.
Yeah, it's just Ellen Degenerate. That is the name.
You use a 3, not an E, right? Wait a minute.
No, on Discord, I use it's
Therapist.
just Ellen Degenerate. There's no 3 on Discord. On Twitch, there is a 3, but on Discord, it's just Ellen Degenerate. Like there's no numbers.
Do you talk to Endless at all?
On Discord?
Yeah.
No.
I feel bad. I can see the terror in his eye as he's realizing.
I don't think so.
James seems like a genuinely nice guy. This is an error in judgment,
Me and his
and
interactions were mostly on Twitter.
but
He was, like, being really
fucking
weird
hell, it
and
was just
being
an error
nice.
in judgment.
Holy shit.
I feel like you just realized something.
I might have.
Oh,
I'm
is the
not
person on
100% sure.
Is the person on Discord have a 3 in their name? That on these screenshots that you're pulling up? Because that's not me.
Oh no.
Most.
Oh
That's what's got me here.
no.
Yeah, if there's
Oh,
a 3 in the
no.
name on the Discord thing, that is not me.
Can I ask
My
you
only
one last
contention
question?
was not going in hot if one can.
Actually, maybe.
sure,
Sometimes
yeah.
TK,
I will DM
here's the
if you want.
thing. You don't see this because you don't see the alternative outcome if I don't go in hot. Sometimes you have to go in hot or else you will get steamrolled and you only know after the fact. People don't go in hot like this because it's fun. People go in hot as a defensive or an offensive measure to attain a certain outcome. And sometimes that's misjudged, but
President Sunday was right? What?
I'm right quite a lot.
You know, trying to bug
Sometimes
right
it
now.
takes a
I'm
little
not
while
gonna
for
do
people to
that.
figure
I'll
it
do
out.
that.
Would you like some
Let me ask
restaurant
you this.
pepper on
In which
that?
case, because this is. Wow.
I need you to know that you're literally holding up like a threesome that I'm
Oh,
planning
Jesus.
on having.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
What
trying
a
to find a
dickhead.
statement.
Okay.
You're literally holding up
a Damn.
threesome.
Hold on, wait a minute. Where are you?
You're holding up my threesome.
Hey, and you want to know the best part? He's holding up a threesome, but Ellen talked to me afterwards. Which is why you should subscribe to President Sunday, because it's better than sex.
Did you get the message?
Yes, direct message request, accept. Are you friends with NCC? Who is NCC?
He just reads it out loud. That's hilarious. People are I'm pretty sure everyone's Ellen then talks to me after because my channel is better than sex. Fair.
This is fair.
Okay, guess what?
Aiko knows.
I can now say I owe you an apology because you are completely without guile.
Ellen's not without guile.
I don't know what to say.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Listen, this is me now having to eat shit because
sorry.
there is no way you could have that total lack of guile and have somehow done this. Oh, Jesus.
That's not
Oh
true.
my
That
God,
doesn't
okay.
follow.
Okay, Ellen, you and I obviously have a lot to talk about. I know I'm holding up a threesome. For the moment, I will A, put a pin in this, B, I will eat shit, C, I'll only reference L until you and I talk. And I don't know what your refractory period is like, but how long are you talking about until you're on?
Oh, I plan on doing Molly, so like this is gonna be an all-night thing.
Okay, are you gonna be around after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'll be around after Thanksgiving.
Okay, listen, I understand like what you're up against here. I don't want to. I literally don't want to be the one to kill that.
Okay.
I will say to you, I will stew and eat shit for like 2 days. I'm totally fine with it. But I will send you a message when you come back from this escapade. Hit me up and let's talk.
Okay, I'll do this friend. All right. Later,
Is that
bud.
cool?
Yeah,
All right,
later,
cheers.
okay, bye.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Don't fuck with me. I
Oh
watched
my
Columbo.
god.
He still thinks that it's a good list.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
It was something. Amazing's not the word I would have
Uh-oh.
used personally.
F bombs out. Else. Else.
We've all been there, Jim. I haven't been there, actually. I was just being nice.
See?
Godspeed with your surgery. I legitimately hope it goes well. Take care.
Yeah, so apparently this is now 5 steps around. I think the other person who got it is Polly. Oh my god.
Ah, fuck it. I'll just keep watching this anyways. There's no reason not to.
Is the way they run Discord. Yeah, well, Pelin, that's the other thing we're gonna have to take care of, but there's only 1 or 2 people.
Let's make it smaller.
Glad to be out of the loop. So I'm gonna figure out people sending you switches, trying to figure out what else we can do. Gribby, it's pretty. Like I said, there's a whole lot of people who went in on this, so it's only going 1 or 2 directions. Although now I can hear President Sunday going, "You don't know this. There could be a million of them. You're being inductive."
You were.
Hold on, this is amazing.
You still are. What you need to do right now, Jim.
I gotta find it. Something on here.
Stop. Back up. And think this all through from the bottom.
Okay, I got the DM.
Okay, we're gonna watch their thought process. Fucking hell. I haven't even eaten anything today yet.
Oh.
I'm just shamelessly stealing Ico's content now. Okay, we got Boots coming in. Or not Boots, we got, sorry, Boots is messaging me as well for some reason. Subscribe to Ico Rules on YouTube. Yeah, do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't. I just wanted.
Sorry, I should double check.
Hurry! I just wanted to clear something up. Just like whatever questions you had.
You
I got
should
the
have
tail end of your
fixed the
conversation
sound,
with Jim.
President Sunday.
He realized it wasn't me.
What did you tell him?
He compared the Discords, and apparently the person on Discord had a 3 at the end of their name, and my regular Discord doesn't. Yeah.
Sorry, that's fucking stupid. Not because like that would be an argument in favor of being somebody else, but he doesn't have an argument to get to you in the first place. That's what fucking kills me.
Yeah, he didn't.
You
check
could
with me.
have literally been anybody. I have no idea what reasoning process he used to get to you. All I know is that when I asked him to reproduce it, he couldn't.
Yeah.
It's anyways, I hope you haven't been getting too much flack for this.
I haven't. I literally just like. I think because people like. I don't know. I don't think I'm that well known. I didn't wake up to like a bunch of.
I mean, you are now.
Notifications.
He had like 200 viewers. He looped in like a bunch of different streamers into this. He got.
I told him he could make it up to me by reading into.
Ico, I don't believe you that you can understand what's being said at this speed.
Super lefty audio.
But
I'm gonna talk about all issues jumping in. Just like, come on.
yeah, I don't like.
She,
It's mostly, if I had to guess who or what is doing it, it's probably somebody from DDG or Sansol's community, because Sansol's community was calling me was saying that I intentionally got him banned because I knew that he would bite the bullet on their because he said that their server wasn't genocidal towards the Jews.
Sansol was accusing you of that from go.
Yeah, and I didn't.
There was simply no.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't even upload the clip of
There has to be like
an hour later.
Well, it takes 5 seconds, right? Like
an extension.
Poly People is a bunch of people in her server, and Demon Mom is a bunch of people in her server. Lurkers that don't even speak, right?
Mhm.
Who would watch the conversation with Sansol and opportunistically report that section to get him banned.
Yeah.
How have you excluded those? How has James excluded those? He hasn't. Like these are people who may organize wherever. Somebody like how do they know there's a server of 300 people according to really? How do we know that on the basis of somebody who like is just solely on the basis of this person telling you this? They're
Yeah.
Like what they're telling you they're doing is engaging in malicious mass flagging of videos. Why would you believe them?
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, like I'm an incredibly small single digit streamer, barely shitposter. So like I have nothing to gain by banning these people. I'm not.
Well, not only that. You not only have nothing to gain by banning these people. By banning Sansol, you actually eliminated the record of a own on this person that you were proud of. You were sharing it.
Yeah.
Like I had trouble finding the clip. I had to go down your Twitter to actually find the uploaded segment, and it wasn't even the whole thing.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, it's on YouTube now. Okay, well there you go.
Yeah,
but like,
maybe I have the whole video if you ever want to go over the debate sometime. I OBS it.
No offense, but I'd rather eat a Hot Wheels car.
Okay.
I don't want to see any more Sansol for as long as possible. But it was good. I think it's oversold a little bit. I don't think it was as big and own as you're saying it is, but I think it was solid.
I kept the biggest own out of it because as I had like a little because like I've been somewhat friendly to this person. I didn't want to. The most embarrassing part was when I pressed him if he thought Der Stürmer was genocidal towards the Jews, and then he bit the bullet on that, and that's what I think got him banned.
Oh,
I
did
didn't
he do
report
that?
it. Yes.
Okay. I don't know if that got him banned. Like I think. It's
Yeah, I have no idea either.
If I had to guess, I need to talk to Aiko about putting stuff at like 2 times speed, because if it's so fast that people can't understand it, you lose engagement because
Okay,
nobody understands what you're watching anymore. It'd be better just to not watch it. I'm talking to Ellen in this clip, but you can't tell because it's at 2 times speed.
Wait, let me go back. I just downloaded an extension.
What? Don't go back. No, don't do that again. Aiko, no. No, not again. No. No.
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, it's on YouTube now? Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah,
But, like,
might be I have the whole video if you ever want to go over the debate sometime. I OBS or
no offense, but I'd rather get a Hot Wheels car.
Okay.
I don't want to see any more Sunsfall for as long as possible. But it was good. I think it's oversold a little bit. I don't think it was as big and own as I don't know what kind of
I
weed
kept the biggest
Aiko
own
is
out.
having that she can
This is
understand
not
this.
working.
I've been somewhat friendly to this person. I didn't want to. The most embarrassing part was when I pressed him if he thought Der Stürmer was genocidal towards the Jews, and then he bit the bullet on that.
Stream on Twitch. This is in order. I don't want to stream on Twitch. As soon as I hitch myself to Twitch, fuck, I hate myself for making that rhyme. As soon as I hitch myself to Twitch, I now become financially dependent on Twitch, and Twitch has rules that are deployed with reckless abandon and no consistency, and you can get banned just for looking at the wrong person. And not only that, but the norm on Twitch is that you stream for ridiculous hours, and I don't stream for ridiculous hours. That's fucking miserable. That's cool for people like Chud Logic, where it's just a bonehead who's just kind of sitting there talking to chat all day long. I don't want to do that. Like, some of you are cool, but that's exhausting. Aiko's the only streamer on there that I find tolerable for extended periods of time. Chariot's okay. Chariot's got moments. Chariot's got a nice ASMR voice.
Discord would not differentiate.
Okay, sometimes I have to chat, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to visually inspect their profile.
I see. Wait.
Look, when I stream for long hours, though, I hate it. I'm physically wrecked after a 6-hour stream.
I miss.
See, if I had to guess,
I can't imagine how you miss something, Aiko, when you're watching at 2 times speed.
yeah, he didn't.
You
check
could have been.
with
You could
me.
have literally been anybody. I have no idea.
I'm gonna
what
boost
reason
the audio
he
of this a
used
little
to
bit.
Get to you. All I know is that when I asked him to reproduce it, he couldn't.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Anyways, I hope you haven't been getting too much flack for this.
I haven't. I literally just like. I think because people, like. I don't know. I don't think I'm
Ah,
that
goddamn it.
well known. I didn't wake up to like a bunch of
I mean, you are now. Time to open the channel.
notifications.
This is not
He
helping.
has like 200 viewers. He looped in like a bunch of different streamers into this. He got.
I told him he could make it
Made it
up to me
worse.
by rating into one of my streams when I decided to stream.
Hey, the chat replay is working now. I couldn't find it before. I must have just updated today.
But
I'm gonna have to talk to
What?
Polly. She was jumping on that. It's just like, come on.
yeah, I don't like. I
I don't think she wasn't. She.
It's mostly, if I had to guess who or what is doing it, it's probably somebody from DDG or Sonsol's community, because Sonsol's community was calling me was saying that I intentionally got him banned.
Like these are people who may organize wherever. Somebody like, how do they know there's a server of 300 people coordinating? Like, really? How do we know that on the basis of somebody who like is just solely on the basis of this person telling you this? They're a liar. Like what they're telling you they're doing is engaging in malicious mass flagging of videos. Why on earth would you believe them?
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, like I'm a incredibly small single digit streamer, barely shit poster. So like I have nothing to gain by banning these people. I'm not.
Well, not only that.
Okay.
You not only have nothing to gain by banning these people, by banning Sonsol, you actually eliminated the record of and it wasn't even the whole thing. On YouTube now, Hot Wheels car, boss is big and own as
person. I did because as I had like a little because like I've been somewhat friendly to this person. I didn't want to.
I
The
don't
most
think it works at
embarrassing part
all.
Was when I pressed him if he thought
Hey,
James
Aiko,
Farmer
do the
was
tech thing
genocidal towards
after the
Jews,
stream.
and then he bit the bullet on that. And that's what I think got him banned.
Oh,
I
did he
didn't
do
report
that?
it. Yes.
Okay. I don't know if that got him banned. Like I think it's
Yeah,
more-
I don't have no idea either.
If I had to guess, it's more likely that just the bare
Can you
mention
tell?
of, like that word and that conversation and some Twitch mod or whatever, or even just like the algorithm. It's like just whatever, because if it's mass flagged, right, then it's automatic. I think.
Okay, as I told James, I am in a hurry to do a thing.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, thank you. No worries. I thought that was
Alright.
was bullshit. But take care.
All right, later. Bye.
Bye.
Nah.
Yeah. All right. Well, apparently. Oh my God, Aiko, it's so quiet. My audio was not that quiet. I heard.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Truth.org. Let's see. Okay. I think that I'm still sick and a little tired. We've had a very interesting time. Oh, I have to talk to President Sunday.
No, you don't. If you're sick, you don't.
Where are
have to talk to me. I'm in chat. Here, I'll give. Oh, fuck. All right. Hold on to your butts, people.
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
Hello?
Hello. 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 How
Hello.
are you? Oh, hang on.
Huh?
Real quick. I need to turn
Hello.
off Twitch. Okay, so let's turn that off, and let's. Where's Discord chat? There we go. So I open that. I'll separate you from the screen, and I will pull you on like so. Give me a moment. Is it? Okay, just hang tight for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's wrong. Where is it? Oh my God, it's being stupid again. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Just give me a second. It's not picking up. Oh, there it is. There we go. That's what I want. Boom. 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 There, I think that's it. All right. How are you?
Wait.
Oh my God, you're loud.
I got cut. Wait, what?
You are so
What?
loud all of a sudden. Hang on. Let me. Why are you so loud?
Why are you so loud?
I'm not loud. Am I loud?
I know. No.
You're like.
Wait,
you're
I
like
got stuck.
blasting for some reason. Okay, there we go. Now you're back to normal.
Did I do it or did you
No,
do
I
it?
just realized I had my volume turned way up because we were watching you cover like my conversation with James, and it was so quiet. Could not hear a thing. And then you had it on like 45 times the speed. Aiko, you
Listen.
don't know what you were doing to us.
Look, listen, I could understand it very well, okay? We got the idea, right?
I don't believe you were high enough to understand that as well as you say you did.
What? No. That's not true at all.
Yeah, you were.
What do you-
you're,
wait,
you're
everyone-
right. You were definitely high enough. How are you?
I'm pretty stoned.
Are you feeling better?
I think so. I mean, better than before, but now I feel like kind of like I don't know. The edibles gone around in cycles,
Mhm.
you know, taking a little more and a little more, and then eventually you're like, okay, now it's sleepy, you know?
A little bit, actually. That's the one thing I got out of edibles when I tried them. I just got ridiculously tired. And not a pleasant kind of sleepy. I just felt like I hadn't slept in like 6 weeks. And it was just, every step was pain.
Well, that's not good. That's not good.
No, I've
Hey,
had...
Victor. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
you weren't that mean.
I don't think I was...
I expected more meanness or something.
Okay, well, I wanted to be friendly to James because he had built up this person as someone who was really nice, and I genuinely believe that that's true. But he was literally torching this person on no evidence, and it was really great that Ellen was, like, cool and confident, was able to manage
Yeah.
themselves once they came in, and that they were, like, awake and
Mhm.
present to be able to do that. But they could have
Yeah.
not been. Like, I couldn't get a hold of Ellen before this. And, like, it could have been somebody who just didn't perform well under pressure. They could have just missed the conversation. And, like, he tagged, like, big channels. He didn't just tag Chud Logic and, like,
Oh,
Not So Married and
God.
whatnot. He had Dylan Burns. I think he mentioned Destiny at some point. I didn't see him in the list because he's not on Twitter, but, like, he would have known about this. It was bad. You know what? I mentioned this briefly a little while ago. It just went completely over my head when I heard it the first time. Like, live when I was... Because I hadn't watched this since then fully. And at the beginning, he says, like, you can ask Polly, we went over this list. And that stuck out to me now because after I had this conversation with James, or actually before, I tried to reach out to Polly because I couldn't get a hold of Ellen. I was arguing with him in the chat. I was like, hey, James, I think you've made a mistake here. I'm not seeing the connection. And he wasn't... He was taking a long time to bring me on. I was actually surprised he brought me on at all. So I DM'd Polly. I was like, hey, I think there's a mistake here. And she was weirdly resistant. Like, Ellen, somebody went out to bat for Polly. Like, he was fighting against Sansol on the issue that Sansol was criticizing Polly for. And she was like, well, I'm not going to, like, break it down, but she was weirdly resistant. She was insistent for some reason. I think she thought she had a stroke of genius, that because this person wasn't using transphobic slurs, that therefore it must be a trans community that was engaging in using this fake account to mass report people, supposedly. And then she got weirdly hostile after I talked with James. She covered it on stream afterwards and couldn't finish it. She was really, like, offended at how I was criticizing his reasoning process, and she was defending the reasoning process. There is like, no, this is a perfectly valid thing to do. And then
Wait, who was?
Polly.
Oh,
Polly.
like with James?
No, just by herself.
Yeah.
Apparently,
No, I mean like.
Oh yeah.
watching-
With watching me talk to James.
Can you turn on the light?
It's way over there though, and it's...
You are just like a beige wall. Okay.
It's a vibe, okay? Like, you just
You're
roll with
just
it.
a solid beige.
I am a solid beige.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
As long as you accept it.
Yeah. Anyways, so I was really perplexed because she was, like, weirdly hostile. She couldn't even finish it. She just shut it off. She's like, I'm not watching this shit. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then she commented underneath the video upload that you just watched. Like, you can see it actually in the comments right now. I'm really disappointed in Sunday for intruding on this. So I DM'd her. I was like, can we just not do this? Like, because typically, like, when you're in, like, when you're on the same side in something, and something's, like, going on right now, right? When you have issues, the first thing you do is you talk to each other privately. You don't put it out for the dissection of the people you're fighting with, which is what this does. So I was like, look, you don't owe me anything. You can do whatever you want, but I thought you wanted, like, a minimal degree of trust from us. So if you could, like, just talk to me first, that makes it a lot easier to, like, for, like, community building and to, like, work together and whatnot. And she just got, like, weirdly hostile and kept, like, throwing out, like, weird bait sentences, like, sort of implying that I thought of her as, like, subordinate or something. It was very strange. And it didn't even...
Polly?
Yeah. It was weird. You can even see, like,
When
if you
was
go...
this?
This was today.
Where? How? What?
Go into... Well, this was in DMs, but it was also in the comments of the YouTube video. Go back to the YouTube video you just watched. And click on newest comments. And it's going to be basically right at the top. There's going to be a 7-comment thread. And it's weird. Like, it's weird. Like, this is a weird thing for you to, like, get really huffy about. But it hadn't clicked. Because I was starting to get really suspicious, like, did she, like, have a hand in, like, picking out Ellen. I can't think of why she would be so offended by this. This is like such a
Mhm.
clean-cut case of like somebody going on a witch hunt on no evidence. And it clicked. It's like, oh, at the beginning of this conversation, James said that he and Polly went down the list to find Ellen. It's like, oh, okay. So that's why she's offended, because it's her list. She did this. I'm criticizing her while I'm
Oh.
criticizing James. And James is probably thrilled at this. So
Well, I mean, it had to happen. It sucks, but like,
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
dirty job, but someone had to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just slowly dying on the inside, as I always am.
So we talked a bit about during the stream a bit about not having unnecessary adversaries and how I think that someday you and Loner Buck should just talk, not about genocide, but just in general, because I think that you might like each other, and then if you don't like each other, then you know for
I
sure.
do. I like Loner Box. I have a lot of
Well,
respect for
I don't
the
know
guy.
if he likes you.
That's okay.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
need people like me, but like I like Loner
No,
Box.
no, stop. It doesn't matter. Your feelings aren't the problem, right?
Why am I?
I mean,
whose
like,
house
it's
is that?
your-
Why am I in like a weird little dollhouse? What is this?
This is Ben Shapiro's house.
Help! Let me out! Let me out! No! No!
It's too late. You can't escape.
Okay.
There's no escape.
That was so stupid.
Hey, Nixulas. Listen, here's the thing. You are respectable. Why not let people respect you that you respect as well? You know, why make someone have a sense of lacking of deserving of respect on the level that they might otherwise?
I feel like I both understand you and don't understand you at the same time.
Okay. Screw and Tuna, thank you so much for 5 months. Very pog. Thank you, thank you. If anyone can or feels like supporting the stream, that would be very cool. If you cannot or do not feel like it, I'm glad that you are here.
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on. So technically, give me a sec. Okay, so
Okay.
my finger's facing that way now, right? Okay, I need to get centered. Make me a bit smaller so I fit inside that window a bit better, okay? Gotta work with
Okay.
me here, okay? Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna center myself. Look at me there. Okay, great. So this hand is going that way. Then technically,
Okay.
if I do this, I can insert it directly. No, go make it lower. Lower. There we go. Okay, you're screwing with my orientation here. All right, there we go. Like that. Great. And then if I go forward, I should technically go directly up Ben Shapiro's rectum. There we are. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Your face is right there, actually. Do you see yourself?
Why are you
Your
like
face
this?
is on his butt.
Why are you like this?
Why did You listen. Can't say that you weren't warned. See, okay, there we go. I'm gonna make sure that people can see you, whether you like it or not. Oh my god, wait.
Just hang on.
Hold
Just gonna wiggle that around in there a little bit.
Wait, I gotta find.
God, you were the worst at this. Just leave it still. Ugh. Okay.
No, hold on. I need to like wait, hold on. I'll tell you when. It's hard to see things right now.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You know this
Okay.
is here forever, right? Like you're literally just this is gonna haunt me when I'm 70 years old, and you're just doing
Good.
this with abandon.
You'll remember me
Like the
in your old age.
lack of. There we are. There we are. Just like. Just,
A little, yeah. Like lift it. Like maybe
hang on,
tilt
wait.
your hand down
All right,
a little.
here we go. Okay, I've got to narrow it down a little bit. It's not gonna work. All right, there we go. Aiko, never make me do this again. Okay, get me back to
Wait,
normal. No,
listen.
we did it.
Listen. No. I have something for you.
Oh,
Turn the sound on.
But the sound is on. I'm talking to you.
No, the stream.
I'm not watching the stream. I'm watching you on.
Listen, I need to show you something, but it won't play through the thing.
Oh, okay, hang on. Give me a
Just
second.
listen.
Give me a moment. Hang on. I got it. Just give me a moment. Hang on.
Leave
hang on.
Brittany
I
alone.
got it. Just.
Leave Brittany alone. Oh my god.
All right.
You only have audio shows.
Okay, no, I got it. I
Only
got it.
have
Hang on.
audio shows? Did anyone
Okay,
clip
no,
it?
I got it. Hang on.
Did anyone clip it?
There's like an endless loop now because it's echoing. Okay, I'm gonna mute it. Tell me when, alright?
Okay, mute it now.
It's muted
Okay.
now. Unmute now.
Wait. I'm gonna play it right now.
Okay. Okay.
Peg the patriarchy. Oh, the courage. Oh, the stunning courage and bravery. Peg the
See?
patriarchy.
That's what you're
generally
doing. You're
speaking.
pegging the patriarchy. That's what you're doing. You're pegging the patriarchy.
That's profound. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Did anyone Oh, thank you, Peter.
Aiko, put me in the other window.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Wait, did someone better have clipped that and clipped it real excellently? I believe in you. I know that it's inside you. You missed the fingering though. I'm just saying.
Oh, I just saw the most stupid thing.
What?
It turns... I guess the real skeletons were inside us all along.
Oh god.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Because that's your boomer self. That's the dad jokes in you.
I'm sure like half a decade older than me.
More than.
Oh,
wait,
fuck, you're right. Damn.
Actually, wait, no. You're 31?
I've been 40 for the last 20 years.
Thank you so much, Wordsmith Andy. Oh, you triggered a hype train. It's at 69% of a level 1. Thank you, Wordsmith Andy. Thank you. Wordsmith said, I'm so out of the loop on all of this. So Ellen was accused for mass reporting, but it was actually Polly. I don't think it. No, I think we just
I'm
don't
not out
know,
of the
right?
loop. I was right up in there with that bad boy.
Not you. I'm saying to Wordsmith
I was
Andy.
referring to Ben over here.
Oh, true. Oh, wait, there's a couch punch.
No, it looks like Peter clipped it.
Oh, nice. I need to make that louder. Thank you for the iconic 102-bit mic from PA couch punch. Sorry, docs. Oh shit. After I will sing about fucking your mom and the like. Wait, should we watch this? Actually, I can screen share this with you. I can do that right now.
The problem is okay.
What?
You're gonna go off video though, is that right? That's fine. You'll still see me on your end. It'll just degrade the quality of my
Peter.
That's
I have violence in my balls for you, Peter. I have so much violence in my balls. I thought that you clipped it. I thought
did you fail to clip it?
you betrayed me.
Unbelievable.
You betrayed me. Once again.
Well, if you're looking at it on stream right now, I can see it here. So long as the audio is sharing through the thing.
Oh no, we're not watching that clip.
Oh.
That is not the clip.
Oh, what are we watching?
He's doing it. No, we're not watching anything. Never mind.
All right.
Never mind.
Okay.
You better have clipped the real clip though.
Thank you, Peter.
Or else.
To loons.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Everything is Peter's fault.
Can I go to bed? I'm tired.
You President Sunday. You don't always present yourself from the best angle, even though even in the case of arguments you're winning, you need to let people who are not smart enough to look past the bad optics of being rude see from a good perspective. I second that. Not all the time, not with everyone. You didn't have to do that with Sansol, okay? But if you do that most of the time, then you can do it as a treat. You can destroy someone's soul and as a treat.
Okay, but
Just don't be on Twitter.
But yeah, I'm off Twitter. I'm not touching Twitter.
Okay,
I'm
good.
literally using Twitter for advertising and nothing else, just because it's absolutely worthless. I get nothing from it.
Yeah.
I get nothing
Well,
from
that's
it.
the thing. I think that's like, I think that's your entire problem. Like, I think that's the only problem that you actually have,
Oh,
and
hang on.
everything
Wait.
else is
We're
just
not. Oh, okay. So we're not talking about actual debate performances. We're just talking about Twitter. Oh no.
both. I
think,
mean,
I
they're
think,
all the same.
Oh, I think with respect to the Destiny stuff, my Twitter stuff
No,
was
not the
actually really
Destiny
good.
stuff.
Like that
Not
was.
Destiny.
I was pretty savvy with that one, actually. For right now,
No, not the Destiny
as
stuff.
we speak now, but I'm proud of this one. As we speak right now, there's a 600 upvoted post on Destiny's Reddit saying, "Don't respond to President Sunday's tweets," and the poor dears, they almost get it. They almost understand. It's like. don't-
Really? I'd love to see that.
Yeah, it's
What? Because they don't want they don't want it to happen.
Giving me the post that they're saying don't give him engagement is the most engagement they've given me. It's amazing.
Well, yes.
It's like, yeah, no, it's great. So now
But why don't they?
Everybody
I
knows
don't
who I
know.
am, and that's brilliant. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
True.
The only
But
reason
then
to post about
you have-
Destiny is to get a whole bunch of Destiny followers talking about that thing you ran away from, and they did, and it was lovely. Now I don't talk about him anymore. It's great.
Yes, I think that's probably for the best. But that's why you have to like I think we're like stepping back from Twitter and just general everyone has to be ready to spar at any given moment.
Well, okay, so to be fair, like, I think a big
Not
part of-
everyone.
I know, but to be fair, like, I think a big part of that is the only conversations I have people pay attention to are the ones that I'm sparring with people, and that's because I'm talking to a larger channel run by a dipshit like Sansol or
Sansol is not a bigger
James,
channel.
and he was bigger than me. He was 17K on Twitch before he was banned.
Well, that was because of Destiny.
Well, it doesn't matter why. Like, they're all big because of Destiny. You think anybody watches Wicked
Oh, well,
Supreme
that's
for Wicked
true.
Supreme? Like, although I'm bigger than Wicked Supreme, which I'm really
Window pane?
stupidly proud of for some reason.
That what?
Oh, I just for some stupid reason enjoy that I'm bigger than Wicked Supreme. Not that it matters because Wicked Supreme's nobody. It's just like, oh,
Listen,
I just like
Supreme
that.
is like he's a person, and he
Well, I mean, people have said
like
this.
you just don't listen. I try to accept people just see things differently in life, and
some people
that
are
like
right.
sometimes
like
my
me.
opinion doesn't need to be said.
It is
you
literal
know?
dick measuring, yes.
But Supreme's not even like really like he doesn't stream that much. I
No,
think.
but he annoys me, so I become very petty.
Okay.
And I enjoy that.
Well, they enjoy that too.
Let me live a little.
Okay, I'm letting you live, but I'm just saying that the best holding your frame, keeping, not
Holding my frame.
budging.
Aiko, I am
What?
my frame.
I know, but you know what? I think your frame is a little brittle.
You're in a beige universe, and I am God. That's how this works.
Oh my god. Listen.
I need to sleep. Did I just call him Sir Peem? Did I? Oh, I might actually be that tired. Unless they were talking to you.
I have no. Oh, Sir. Well, someone said Sir Peem. I fucked this up. Why did I do that? I said
I'm
Supreme.
sorry, I'm being so stupid right now.
Sir Peem? Listen, I'm very stoned. I love the clip of Supreme telling Will and his channel to like go away at TwitchCon.
Oh my god.
Did you see that?
See what?
When Supreme at TwitchCon told Will and his channel to like go away because he and Chud were having a conversation. It was so funny.
Show me.
I don't know how to find it. Someone has
It's
to
on
find
Chud
it.
Logic, no?
No, it's like a. Well,
hang on, let me find it.
maybe,
I'll find it. I'll do everything again. That's just how this goes. Chud Logic, Wicked Supreme, Will and his channel. Did you just go quiet?
Huh?
Oh, you're still there. Okay. Sorry, it cut off in such a way it sounded like the audio died.
Like Supreme is another person that I've known forever since like the beginning of panels and stuff.
I hate that one.
You know?
He's
And
like Destiny
been, like,
with no
here-
charisma.
Hey, listen. He's just a different person. It's
yeah,
okay.
but not for want of trying. Let's see here.
I mean, you know. I like him when I'm not disagreeing with him about anything.
There you go. You like him when he expresses no individuality whatsoever.
Well, like political takes, random political takes, or like art, like kind of just esoteric conversations are things that I would never know. Like if I like worked with him or around him or he was my neighbor, I would never have these like is the N-word in private morally neutral or something something like that, you know? Not
Here we go.
specifically
Here we
that.
go. Will kicked out during Lavlin flip-flop discussion. Here, I'll send you the link.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here you go.
Let's see. Can you please turn the light on?
No,
You're so great.
The light's like right there. I have it off because it hurts my eyes. I'm trying to like.
Okay, fine.
They're like daylight lights too, because there's no windows in this place.
You should have a donor goal for like a better camera or something.
How long is this Armored Skeptic video? Oh, it's only 11 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, sorry. I was just looking at a thing. All right. I should get a dono goal. What's the dono goal for a new house?
For you to get
like a ring light.
For you to get a better camera or something.
I actually bought a better camera. I bought a better camera. I got one used, and the bastard sold me a broken one, so it doesn't work. I have to get a new one.
Wait, but where's the? I just want to see the part where he gets kicked out.
Oh. Okay, but you gotta share it. I can't see it on my end.
Here. Okay. Yes. One moment. Wait, where's the thing?
Damn it, Echo. I need results, not excuses.
Listen. You know what you were getting into. Let's see. This.
I had to tell my chat before we get in. It's like, okay, guys, we're watching Ico. We're going on a journey. We won't be the same when we come out the other end. All right.
Wait, why is this not working?
Oh.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, actually, maybe I'll do it like this.
Oh, I just remembered the best philosophy tube joke that she's ever made.
What?
If a tree falls in the forest, what are its pronouns?
Oh, yes. I recall that now.
Yes, it was perfect. Did you see Destiny's Lex Fridman interview?
I watched some of it.
The most legit conversation he's had in years, and they're just arguing about saying the N-word.
I don't. Wait.
I felt bad for him. Honestly. I don't know who I'm referring to, Lex Fridman or Destiny, but I felt bad for one of them.
I didn't watch the end of it yet though.
You didn't miss much. It was very boring.
I can't. There's got to be a fucking clip somewhere. This is 25 minutes long.
Just Okay, I'll find it. I'll find it. Apparently 25 minutes is too long for Aiko.
What? I don't want to
25
listen
minutes.
to them.
25
I want to
minutes
enjoy
is
it.
25 minutes is too long for. We're gonna cover this 10-minute video over 6 hours, Aiko.
Oh my god.
I understand.
I watched.
I get it.
Wait, how
It's
many
okay.
videos did we watch? We watched like 2 videos, right? We
long-
watched at least 2 videos.
How long have you been
Or
streaming
am I
today?
lying?
How long have you been
Oh
streaming
no,
today? Tonight.
6 hours and 15 minutes.
2
We
and
watched
6 hours and
the
50. That's
Vanderhall one.
That's legitimately good for you. I'm proud of you. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
That's like a 200% improvement over the usual. Okay. Let's see.
I mean, who
Here.
can do the math, really?
Oh, there's no transcript? Okay, well, I think what we can do though is just it would just be at the end, right? Yeah, it's just right at the end. Aiko, just literally go to like 24 minutes in. Cuz he's there to the end. You just got to scroll, you just got to keep scrolling until or just go down the bar until Will's not there anymore. That's 24 minutes exactly. And share it so I can see.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I have to watch a thing because I've got a chatter annoying me about it, and I hate them.
Well, that's not very nice.
I don't hate them. I love my
That's
chat,
not a,
except for the
a
ones
nice
who make
way
me do
to say
things.
it. Well,
I'm not nice.
well. Oh. Okay, wait. Maybe this'll work. Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. This better be good. 24 minutes. A little farther back. Oh,
24 minutes?
I can't hear anything. Farther back than that, because he's already gone. Oh no, wait, now he comes back. I can't hear anything. Can you share the audio?
Oh, you can't hear it?
No. Here, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. Okay.
Fuck it.
I'll tell you what.
I'm not gonna enjoy it anymore. It's tainted.
Wait, are we?
It's tainted.
Are we just giving up?
Hey, Ziggy. Well, next time.
No, I'm gonna watch it. Hang on, you can't do that. Terrible showmanship. Give me a second. Blue balling both their audiences at once. That is very bad. Here. Let's open this up over here.
Over what? Where?
Over here. Hang on. No, I'm just gonna watch it on my stream really quickly. I've still got you here. You can still talk. Hell, you can actually watch my stream. Well, it'll be streamception. You'll be watching me watching you watching me watching you.
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, just go to 22 minutes when he gets it for the first time, so we see what happens. 21 minutes. So watch for 4 minutes. Just bear with me. Okay.
You opened a different app and started scrolling Twitch streams instead.
Mate, I just wanted to see how many
I have
views
no
you've
idea
got,
what's
mate.
going on.
I'm looking out for you, okay?
Okay, fair
You've only got 10. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, these are 10 very entertaining.
No, we got about 350 people watching, so you know.
Okay. Okay, my initial problem with Lav, I jumped on that panel with her.
Oh wait.
Brought her on.
No one can see.
Hold on. Like, your analysis of your experience with sex work is way
No,
too
Aiko, I'm not sharing the stream. It's on.
I got it.
Okay.
broad. It is including way too many of these like big
There we go.
picture political issues. It was always a mistake.
This is so quiet.
For her to go so hard on that stuff. So whether or not you threw your towel in with her or whatever the fuck.
Okay. Anyway, right? Listen up, motherfuckers. There's about 350 of you cunts in here, okay? Give us some fucking money, or give Supreme some money, okay? Where's the subs? Where's the donos? We've got a bunch of fucking paws watching us. Get your fucking wallets out. Let's go. Come on. I want to see a fucking
There's so
hype
much
train out of
lag.
this bitch, okay?
So
Where's the money? Show me the fucking money. Go. Sorry. Continue.
That's very sweet. These people don't have any money.
I think I'm gonna grab one of those really quick.
Yeah, go for it.
This is too far.
What's lagging? Why is there lag? You're just watching a stream, aren't you? My stream's not lagging.
Yeah.
My stream's smooth like butter.
No.
I donated all my money.
For me, between
Wait, have you got
us.
hype train?
Oh, I see. Just don't worry
Why?
about it. It's okay. Here, we'll fast forward. He comes back with a drink.
Please.
I get down there like
I don't want to talk. I don't
Okay,
want to
hang on,
watch
hang on.
him. that much.
Wait. I almost got it. I don't want to miss it. Just hang on.
you gotta pay like a reprint fee or something like that. And I was like, whatever, it's 10, 25 fills.
Oh, there he walks
I get
away
down there,
again?
Like, yeah, to reprint, we need to pay or charge us full price. I'm like, damn. They're like, yeah, it's gonna be 120 bucks. And I was like, what about the partner half price discount? And they were like, that's with the discount. I was like, fuck.
Pick that shit up, mate.
This thing.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you really grilling the shit out of me about that shit?
Will, you're getting kicked off the island.
Mom.
No, you should go downstairs and hang out with Gabby and all that. We're gonna talk about other stuff.
Oh my god. Oh.
Why?
In the future.
Because sometimes it feels good to hurt people. That's why.
Fucking out, okay. It's not my decision, mate.
That's fine. It's his stream.
Tell someone else.
Oh.
Say your channel name before you go.
Oh yeah. No, that's awful. What an absolute. I don't think we're allowed to say that on Twitch. That's rough. Can you still hear me, Aiko?
Rip. Yeah. Wait, rewind.
Rewind?
Rewind and make it louder.
I can't make... If I make it louder, I make you louder. And you're blasting. Okay.
But I left the fucking pass at home. That's with the discount. I was like, fuck.
Pick that shit up, mate.
Everlasting.
What the fuck is wrong?
What did he drop? Pick that shit up. What did he
Yes.
do?
You're charging full price. I'm like,
I can hear
damn.
you.
They're like, yeah, it's gonna be 120 bucks. And I was like, what about the partner half
Where's the
price
bottle cap gone?
discount? And they're like, that's with the discount.
Oh, he dropped his bottle cap on the floor, I see.
I was like, fuck.
Pick that shit up,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
What
He's
the
like, pick it
fuck
up.
is wrong with you?
Are you really grilling the shit out of me about that shit?
Will, you're getting kicked off the island.
$2.
No, you should go downstairs and hang out with Gabby and all that. We're gonna talk about other stuff.
Some just detritus.
Come off the island.
Why?
That's fine, honestly. Can I,
Because sometimes it feels good to hurt people. That's why.
Fucking out, okay. It's not my
I
decision.
can't see
It's fine.
it.
It's his stream.
Tell someone else.
You wanna say your channel name before you go?
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I forgot to put it back on the screen. Oh, why are you so difficult? Okay, here we go. Okay, ready?
So.
Ready? Here we go. Here we go. So pick that shit up, mate, for the 5th time.
Pick that shit up, mate.
That should be a thing you use, by the way. That's a good audio.
What?
Pick that shit up, mate, Chud. That's a good one.
Which one?
The
Someone.
Chud going pick that shit up, mate, when he's talking about the bottle cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you really grilling the shit out of me about that shit?
Will, you're getting kicked off the island.
$2.
No, you should go downstairs and hang out with Gabby and all that. We're gonna talk about other stuff.
It is a good one.
What?
Yeah, I'm kicking him off the island.
Why?
That's fine, honestly. Can
Cool.
I,
Because sometimes it feels good to
Yeah,
hurt people.
someone remind me.
Fucking out, okay. It's not my
like
decision, mate.
That's fine. It's his stream.
Tell someone else.
You wanna say your channel name before you go?
It's all good.
Don't, you're not me, motherfucker. Just say your channel name.
Okay, so Will, if you're watching this, take heart. At the very least, you're not Wicked Supreme. Because Jesus Christ.
It's Will and.
I can't hear you. Talked over it.
Okay. Cheers, mate. I'll come and catch up with you later, yeah?
Take your time, shit.
I can't hear it.
That's okay. Okay, now you watch it on your side because this doesn't work. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I saw it though. I saw it. That was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, Wicked Supreme is just what language am I allowed to use on stream? He's just such an absolute because it's a combination of just being the nastiest piece of shit and just a complete brainless imbecile. Sorry. I know you're trying to be nice. Still there?
I was just waiting to see if I when I stopped because I was talking a lot for a long time.
Oh my god.
It was like very delayed.
I'm sorry.
Which video, Lainey? Okay, trying to be nice about what?
Huh? Oh no, just Wicked Supreme is just trash. He's like
Oh.
he's trying to like Be like, you can go downstairs with the kids, Will.
Why not? I would fucking do that to him too. Why
Yep,
not? What's he gonna? Why not be honest?
Because here's the thing. He's Wicked.
be real.
Because he's Wicked Supreme, and he's not real, and he's the most pathetic Destiny LARPer I've ever seen. Who's older than
Why
you and
are
doing that,
you-
by the way. And in
Why are
addition
you
to this,
being-
what's
why
up?
Why are you so mad? This is
'Cause
unreasonable.
He's being a condescending asshole, and it'd be one thing if he was like a
When-
normal person who
Have
like
you talked
had
to him recently?
Wicked Supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a condescending asshole. He doesn't know anything. He's a brainlet
Are you talking on Twitter?
everywhere. He's an idiot.
No, I mean like presently. Are you beefing
No,
with
no,
him
no.
on
I'm
Twitter?
not. No.
Or are you talking about back when you talked to him?
Universally, he has not said an intelligent thing in his life. He
You're
is-
doing. Oh, this is. Oh my god. Oh my god. The one time that I was talking to Relly about Hassan's house, and then Destiny came in. You sound exactly like Destiny
I know.
and
I
Hassan.
heard that. As soon as I said that, I was like, "Fuck, that's a thing they say." It's like
Yes.
he's never said an intelligent thing before in his life. Oh my
Well,
god. Yeah, that kind of thing.
In that conversation, he said that he knows
Okay.
for a fact that Hassan has never donated to charity in private.
That's weird.
And I'm like, well, you can't actually know that.
Okay. Let me rephrase that in Sunday speak, okay? He has the personality of a giant Q-tip, and that's it.
Are you body shaming?
No. I'm soul shaming. He has the personality of a giant Q-tip that has been
I feel like you're being very
Inserted
unfair. Don't
deep
make
somewhere
Supreme your Hassan.
He's not
or your
my-
Vosh.
He's not my.
Are you making
God,
Supreme
no.
your Vosh?
No.
Listen.
No, he's not my
That's what
Vosh.
you sound like.
No, I don't have an ongoing relationship with Supreme. He's just a particularly obnoxious cow that we're driving by.
But like what?
And you go,
I
look,
mean,
a cow, and then you
Who
move on.
cares? Like who cares? Like
I don't care, but you brought up the Wicked Supreme thing, and he's being an asshole to Will. And yes, Will deserves it, but he's still being an asshole.
no, I appreciate that. You know, but I like to appreciate things. Like I don't talk to Supreme
See,
very often, but
see,
but
I know
listen,
the truth.
Hold
I know
on,
the
but,
I know the truth.
But hold on.
I'm
But I
old.
have known him for as long as I've been in the panel areas, and you know, and I fought with him a lot on panels and shit, right? And for the past like few years or whatever. Hey, Pelland.
See,
So it's like, but at the same time, it's like the shit is like coming from a fundamentally different worldview where it's like basically not worth having a conversation. But that doesn't mean that they're not like a person that a person
yes, it
a
yes,
whole person.
yes, it
a
does.
whole
That's
person.
exactly
He
what
has
it
a
means.
wife that loves him. He has a cat.
Nobody loves what Wicked Supreme is on stream.
I just don't want. Listen, I just don't want him to become your Vosh. That would be very sad.
No, Vosh is my Vosh. I have only one love in this world.
Okay, Hassan.
Um,
Is he gonna be your Hassan?
no, he's smaller than me. The whole
No,
dynamic-
he's not. Supreme is like 6'5".
I'm like a.
I met him.
No, not physically smaller than me. It doesn't matter if he's 6'5".
Oh my god.
If he's built like a carrot, it doesn't matter if he's 6 feet, because he'll still tip over like a bowling pin, right? That doesn't count.
Why did you do this?
I was talking about
I can't
channel
believe-
sizes.
Oh my god. This is what fucking
not
Mike
we're
from
not-
PA does.
I'm not
he goes
challenging
and he
Wicked
looks up
Supreme to a
everyone's
boxing-
statistics.
No, you told me this. That you knew his statistics. I don't know his statistics. I just see a guy sitting in a chair. You're the one who said he's 6'5".
What? I don't know what his. No, I mean like the stream numbers. Butthole.
65. What do you mean 6'5"? Like he has
Think you
65.
think?
He has 65 viewers. I average
Don't
like.
insult viewer. No, don't even. You're doing what Mike from PA does.
I'm not. You're the one who
Literally,
brought it up.
Mike from PA has literally done this in front of me.
Yeah, but Mike
Listen.
from PA pulls like 2,000 viewers at a time. He can do that.
But he like pulls up like IRI and like Bastiat, who doesn't even stream anymore.
Yeah. And he's a dick, but and yet he does have the numbers that cannot be disputed. That's why you flaunt
I feel
the
like
numbers.
here's like the thing, like when you know what, here when we get, this is where it becomes discourse purgatory. If there is a topic involved and you engage in not the most helpful form of conversation with someone who does not who is not necessarily on your wavelength, but also not necessarily your adversary. You could just be like separate. Like
Look.
you're not going to be helping each other, but you can just continue on your merry ways and not suck energy into the discourse industrial vortex. Right? I'm just saying, pick a worthier adversary.
And he's not an adversary. Look, you know how have you like ever played like a Japanese RPG before?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
But you've seen them, right?
Japanese ones?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
But like you understand like the idea where you like start off in like a forest area and there's like your enemies are like cute little bunnies and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or like stuff like that, yeah. So
Yeah.
Wicked Supreme is just
Cheeto.
Wicked Supreme is just a particularly ugly bunny.
Oh my god.
And that's all.
Cheeto, thank you so much for 11 months. Very pog. Thank you. Okay, listen. What was I saying? Oh,
I don't even
you know what that means? Listen. Okay, you're saying he's like the level 1 bunny. That means you're at level 1 too.
No, because you can
Otherwise-
return. No, because sometimes you return to level 1 areas just to farm, or
Yeah.
because there's side quests or whatever. Like that happens.
So you have a side quest to look at annoying bunnies.
In some games,
Level 1.
In some games, the bunnies don't scale. So.
I know, but then you would just not even notice them. But there's like something piqued your interest about this ugly bunny.
Look, what we just witnessed.
You're like this ugly bunny.
Listen, what we just witnessed, Aiko, was 2 middle-aged men just treating like a kid in his late 20s like shit on camera and just humiliating him because
He's not in his mid-20s, and he's almost 30. Yes.
That's what being in your mid-20s means. You're not 30.
No. When you are like 28, you're in your late 20s.
He's like 17 in his soul, okay?
Okay, listen. No. I think 26 is the latest you get a little bit of use.
See, this is the scam with you, Aiko. See, you successfully sell that you're actually a really nice person, but you have this rigid set of rules that allow for the total destruction of some particular person at any given time. It's just...
Yes, I do. But that's because I grounded my moral axioms, okay? That's what I did.
In your cruel and arbitrary whim.
It's not arbitrary. It has a path of logic there, right? We have to conduct ourselves on an individual basis. With our moral our moral compasses that are separate from our ethical the ethical demands, right?
You can't say fuck Will and then not include fuck Wicked Supreme in that. Wicked Supreme is worse. Why? Because Wicked Supreme has guile and intelligence. He's just a lazy bad person, so he doesn't use them. Will
so
has
you do think
no
he's
idea.
Worthy?
No,
you think he's worthy?
No, I think
want to you want to fix him.
He can't be fixed. He
You're just hoping.
He knows just enough to condemn himself. That is all.
I don't know.
Will, by contrast, Will is like
has violence in the balls.
Will is
and like exploding through his esophagus into his
No,
brain.
he doesn't. Will has no violence at all. This is what Will is.
Are you
okay?
kidding?
Have you seen
Did
The
you
Office?
see his violence rap?
I did. But have you seen The Office?
Yes.
Yes. You remember that episode with like Prison Mike? Where like Michael Scott comes in, he like has like a bandana on. And he's just
Listen,
like a Prison Mike.
That's a TV show, and you know what? Young white dudes sometimes they become like mass shooters.
Okay, but Will.
You think it very I'm not accusing him of being a future
Will's
mass shooter.
Will's not going that way. Will is in his Prison Mike arc right now. Will is Michael Scott.
Which is what? He just feels like what, punished?
He is a desperate, unself-aware man just trying to get by, and he's trying something new. He's not actually angry. This is an act. He has no idea what he's doing. None. I feel so bad for him right now because he's completely out of his depth. He has no idea what anybody's talking about, what anybody's doing, how he's perceived.
Because he's selfish. That's his blindness. It's like, oh, well, that sucks that you...
No, it's because he's dumb. He might be a perfectly nice guy behind the scenes. He's just too dumb to manifest it. And what he's doing is he's in a sphere surrounded by sharks.
No.
I think so.
Listen. Well, yes, that too, right? But he's just like mimicking shit. Remember, he did the Extreme Data Festo and multi parts.
Yes.
And
what I learned
into the camera. Hold on, he looked into the camera and he was like, gay. He was like trans people, BIPOC people, gay people. You need us, cis white hedge.
I know.
Males.
I know.
Yes. And he told Polly that he will not be on her side because of her.
And he deserves
when it comes to violence.
And he deserves no mercy. He's a useless imbecile. And
wait, couch punch. Couch punch. Nothing.
Is it over?
Not yet. Thank you. Thank you, F-bombs, for the couch punch. Will is to Mr. Girl as Nico is to Tate. Actually, yeah, I can see that.
Look.
I can see that.
Look, just
he has violence in his balls. And his lower upper intestines, maybe his gallbladder. Listen.
Will is imitating the likes of Chud Logic and Wicked Supreme, and that's all he's doing. He doesn't
But he doesn't care. He's like, if you don't need me.
No, I know that, but like what I'm saying is that there's an additional layer to this where he is too stupid to actually choose not to care because he's no idea what's even there in the first place. He's
but
like
I think Supreme cares like within his own
I think Supreme
like his own standards, his own like morals compass.
I don't think so.
I'm not gonna.
I think
Supreme. I mean, I think he thinks at the very least, whether you like his moral standards or not, whatever they may be, I don't know what you are all talking about, but what was I saying?
I think Supreme has the wherewithal to portray well, and I think that's the only difference between them.
You think he's like a sociopath? What?
No, I don't think you need to be a sociopath. He's just a dumb, uninteresting guy who's just bullshitting his way through this.
Supreme?
Yeah.
You said that he's not okay. You're coping.
I'm not coping for what? I'm just mad at him
about Supreme.
At this point, Will hadn't done any of that nasty shit, so I'm just mad at him for treating Will like that, especially given like the relationship where he's clearly like just some starstruck dumb kid who's just happy to be there. You know, just seems
Listen,
like a shitty
if someone can hurt your feelings and make you not care about trans rights, then like it sucks to suck.
Will
like literally
said I can be frank. Thank you, Daedalus Meteor, for the $2. Oh God.
But like, yeah, and like it's not even like if Supreme is like like mean to him, and suddenly he's like, I need to take it out on trans people and let them know that
Well, I
I
don't
have
think-
power, that I will withdraw if I do not like your attitude.
Look, I agree with you. Fuck him. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I think that I don't want.
Hey, you know what? After that Will
Hmm?
thing that he blew up, like with the when he said it into the camera, do you think Chud Logic and Wicked Supreme are gonna take the task for that? God no.
I thought they dragged him.
They dragged him because he performed badly. Chud was advising him he should have just gone like full hog on it and just said, like, yeah, right, I'm doing this, and there's nothing you can do about it. That was Chud's response. He was criticizing Will for seeming weak. He wasn't criticizing Will for what he was doing.
You mean like with Polly?
Yeah, and with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, because that's true.
Well, I think no, it was with Polly. You're right. The me thing happened after that because I was referencing the Chud conversation in that stream.
Yeah, because it's like clearly there's not going to be an intelligent conversation there, and like Chud obviously knows.
Clearly, but like the point.
So
the
it's
point I'm
like
getting at,
that's
though,
just being honest.
No, but the point I'm getting at though is like they're not going to. That this is not going to impact their relations going forward. They are perfectly fine with Will being this way. They are as bad as Will. The difference is they're smarter. That's literally
But
all
like,
it is. They don't care
how
about.
consequential is
They don't care about
any
trans
of this?
people. They don't care about any of the people that Will was exploiting there or was like deeply offending. They just don't care.
Well, here's the thing. The best thing, I've learned that the best thing within this space where the discourse like flows through, to just if people aren't paying attention to something in that way, then like you don't need to draw attention unless it's for a reason. Like for instance, just the mere mention of Demon Mama like as like brings all of the things back.
I just realized I had I was wondering why like I couldn't see anything moving. I was just looking at my screen frozen, but it's because I hadn't clicked the right window. Yeah.
What are you even saying yeah to?
I don't even know.
Discourse is stored in the balls. Wait, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, so you're not gonna be debating in the fundraiser stream. You're gonna be rating the debates.
Yes.
Out of however many buttholes.
Yes.
Yeah, so Will shows up and he just does like his 5-minute rant thing and then says, "Good day, sir," and then hangs up. How many buttholes would that get?
I can't give that. I can't let.
Okay, well, how about the one?
I'm not
how
gonna
about
give the game away.
The one he already did. How many buttholes would that get? It's got to be at least 2 for entertainment value.
For which part? Wait, for the entire saga?
The whole thing. Yeah. But just the
I
one,
would
just the one where
say
he's talking.
he's a big fat. He gets a big fat prolapse, and that's it. He's a useless hole. Useless hole.
No holes are useless, Psycho.
Well, for like on the inside, he's a useless hole.
I'm gonna go to
I'm
bed.
pretty stoned. Listen, please don't mass shooter anyone. I'm just gonna be. Listen, I'm just being honest today, okay?
Apparently.
As opposed to every other day. Listen, quietly wishes he had negative posts. No, it's just like honestly, really though, the like vitriol freaked me out because
From
I'm like, oh, yeah, like when like
Oh, I
I
wasn't.
could
As soon
fucking
as soon as
see it.
as soon as you started doing that, I knew exactly what was gonna happen. I was like, oh.
When he started doing what?
When he started doing the tough guy thing, and he was trying to like just grill me with like
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. But he was so like nervous and panicking that he couldn't pause to allow like a response to anything because if he lost control for just a second, he knew.
Yeah.
Like as soon as he did that, I was just like, okay. we're gonna be fine today.
Well,
My blood pressure
but
went
that's the
just,
thing.
just
Desperate
dropped, 'cause
people.
I was just like, oh, okay. I was actually stressed out before then, like pretty, because I was like, okay, what's gonna go on? What's happening here? But it was the easiest conversation I've ever had in my life. It's just
Well, that's good.
no, it felt bad. My honest, like, the reason why I was stressed out is because I was stressed out about the response to me trying to, like, sort him out a bit. I didn't want him to, like, just ruin his reputation like that. 'Cause
Right.
I didn't hate him. He was doing some pretty hateful, heinous stuff, but I thought it was because he was stupid, and I still think that. Just at a certain point,
Right.
at a certain point, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So
That is true. Yeah.
oi,
I don't know. I feel like he's just
no
a stranger
insulting.
danger.
No insulting guests on my channel. You are now banned. That's how this works. No mercy.
Oh.
I'm a tyrant.
Well,
They didn't like
rip.
yeah, they didn't like
What?
trying to
My
think of-
misandry?
You're what?
My misandry?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what'd you say? What were you saying?
They didn't oh, it's all good. It's all good. No, they didn't like they didn't like your Prager emojis.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ammon Animations fucking. Listen, I'm gonna show this clip. I'm gonna show these clips because Small Force used them. And he's on Twitch now. And yeah, it's very, very cool. You like that and the Jordan Peterson one. Okay, where's the things?
Someone in my chat
You can
said,
continue.
someone in my chat said Will did what Chud told him to do, and that was to be more aggressive. So, which I'm not surprised by, because I think he was criticized for being hyper malleable early on, because he was.
Well, yes. Well, I think that also is in part because of if you are someone that he respects. He I think he was actually a fan.
Of who? Of who? Chud?
Of you. Like Will? Yeah, he seemed like he was a fan.
So what do you think? He was just offended because I strongly disapproved of his poly conversation? I can't imagine what he expected would happen.
Or I mean just kind of dismissing him outright for being what he is.
I didn't at that point though. It was actually what I should have done is just not talk to him at all. Honestly, just write him off, because it's gonna happen anyways. Like he's doing the same routine. He pulled it with Mr. Girl, and what's happening is exactly what happened in this outdoor conversation with Chud and Wicked Supreme. People are just telling him to please leave. The adults are trying to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad.
Well, honestly, though, he wasn't bringing anything to the table.
No, he wasn't, except for this weird little make-believe act where he's the big man in the thing, but he's just not. It's a shame.
Okay, look at this.
Oh my! What the fuck is that?
Ammon Animations. You know.
Is that?
You know what I mean.
Who is that though? Is that
Hey, Ansi. What?
Which one is
Ammon?
That? No, I know who the Animations is, but who's that guy? Is that
That's
Jones?
Alex Jones.
It's Alex Jones. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Mute or something or I don't know. Do a thing.
I'll mute.
Okay.
I can't hear it still.
Wait, hold. Oh, why is it?
Discord hasn't been sharing audio lately.
No, I can't hear it at all.
Oh, really? Do you have it muted?
One moment, please.
What a pickle.
Okay. I heard something for a second.
I can't hear Jack.
Oh, is it all fucking... Was it muted?
I still can't hear it.
Is the clip itself muted? I can't hear it either.
Go into your volume mixer and see if like your browser's muted. Like, I want to go to sleep.
Okay, fine. It's I don't know how to do this. It's fine. Forget it.
No, just send me the
Forget
link.
it. I
I'll
don't
look at it
know
on
what's
my
going
end.
on.
Here, send me the link. Maybe I can share it on my end.
I don't know why this is. Maybe it's a plugin I installed, but no, things were still playing. Actually, wait. Yeah, this works. Sunday looking through the window. Through the cabin window is killing.
You're not gonna send me a link? Just gonna
Did
leave me hanging
someone?
here?
No, I put it in the chat. Oh.
I'm not in your chat. I'm on my
Oh
own
my
stream.
god. Oh my god, there are too many windows.
It's not all about you, Aiko.
Well, let's just pretend for a minute.
Okay. It's better be good.
Oh, this worked.
Oh,
Thank
Ellen,
you,
can someone update me on
Neem.
the BS? So we looked through the Ellen's in my chat. So we looked through.
Oh, hello, Ellen.
I tuned into Aiko rewatching my conversation with James, and I picked up at the very beginning. James said that I'm quoting roughly directly. If you ask Polly, we went through the list. Da, da, da. So it turns out the reason why Polly was really upset about my treatment of James and his reasoning skills in that conversation was because they were also hers. So looks like she had a hand in picking you out. Don't you feel so special, Ellen?
Wait, who?
Polly.
Oh, Polly picked Ellen
At the
out.
beginning of the clip, and I've got the only record of it now because he deleted the VOD. At the beginning of the clip, he said, if you talk to Polly, we went through the list, which means she was part of the investigative process. And I was deeply confused because it's like, why are you jumping down my throat about this? This is obviously a witch hunt that had no evidence behind it. And the reason why she was is because I was criticizing her investigation. So, that sucks. It just really sucks.
So then, now what? Oh wait, I sent it to you. Okay. Yeah, I'm like too stoned to even completely figure out what's going on. Oh, yes, wait. Neem, hold on. Oh, that looks lovely. That looks delicious. Is that pumpkin pie? Lovely.
By the way, even if, I don't know if Ellen was lying or telling the truth, but just so you know, you're holding up a threesome or an orgy or something. That was the funniest thing I've ended into a conversation. That was just beautiful.
That was beautiful.
But you know what's funnier, Ellen? You then put that off further to talk to me.
That was strong.
Do you want to jump in and answer questions? Sure. Come in. Can I pull Ellen into the chat?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. I'm just gonna close the window here. I'm not gonna have you on video.
What?
Just because I haven't configured it to handle like 2 guests at once. So it'll look weird. But Hello, Ellen. Hey. You're very quiet.
Guys, how do I sound now?
Almost inaudible.
Do I sound? Fuck.
You kind of sound like, you ever see the movie Buried?
No.
You sound like you're talking to us through a cell phone in a coffin, like 6 feet under somewhere. It's terrible.
How do I sound now?
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so much better.
Much better.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, my immediate question, Ellen, is my channel really that much better than sex that you put it off further just to talk to me?
I thought it would be funnier to explain to the goth hoes my internet drama of why I was late. And it was. You know, you can't let women like think that they matter too much. You have to, you have to be like, no, my boy Sunday was defending my honor, so of course I had to wait.
Yeah, fair and true, actually.
Yeah, girls don't like simps. That's you gotta keep them at arm's length.
True. Also because they have cooties.
Yeah, cooties, the original AIDS.
All right, Ike, I'm gonna go to bed. You have fun with this one, okay?
I'm going to bed too. What are you talking about?
goddamn. I come in and
Is someone else?
I'm boring you guys that much.
No, it's been almost 7 hours,
It's
so
been a
I
long
need to.
time.
God, I just got home from drinking. I was gonna have a lot of fun.
Okay, well let's chat briefly then. Aiko, we got it.
Okay.
Okay,
We got
you
it.
All right.
you chat. I'm going away.
No, you can't go. Wait, you can't.
Aiko, no,
me
you're
up. You
you're
can't
the
do that.
hotter one. You can't go away.
Oh,
I'm
thank
kidding.
you.
That's not true. Don't let him
You're
lie to you.
kidding. Fine.
No, I'm not
Fine.
kidding.
I accept.
Okay.
Jesus
All
Christ,
right,
man! I thought
Sunday.
we were cool. I go out to bat
Manifesting.
for you. You just
You're
throw me under the bus
manifesting.
like that.
Sunday, if you weren't another country away, we could fence in several different ways.
Wow, spicy. I've never seen Sunday not immediately respond.
Well, I'm
You
trying.
did what
I'm trying
Mr.
to.
Girl
I'm
couldn't.
trying to decide if
You're
I'm into it or not. Give me a
detailed.
second.
You did it. You
I'm
what?
a man of many talents.
I'm trying to decide if I'm into it or not. Just give me a minute.
You don't even hold on. I can throw my video up if that makes it better.
No, I'm going to bed. Aiko, I'm at my limit.
I'm going to
I'm
bed.
running.
I have a stash in my mind now. I must excuse myself. I'll be in the shower.
Okay, have fun.
Have a good night. Take care.
Good
Good night. We'll talk soon. Bye. Bye.
Later.
Bye. Good night, everyone. Ciao. That was a thing. Oh, and by the way, this VOD will not be available on my main channel. It will be available on my second channel, which you can find down below somewhere on the main channel. All of my VODs are now going on to President Sunday Archives. So subscribe to that for these. The clips, of course, will be going up onto the main channel, but if you want the full unedited VODs, that's where they are. Take care.